Hey, Brent, why were you late?
What?
You weren't here. You were like 15 minutes late, homie. Where were you?
I mean, it's not that important where I was.
Well, it kind of seems like it might be important.
What, a guy can't be a half an hour late without getting dressed down for it? I mean, okay, all right, here, fine. I went to a regional pro wrestling event.
Ah, there it is. So he knew.
That took place in a
Backyard.
A firehouse.
My house.
A firehouse in a town about 35 minutes away.
Of 400 people.
Because, well, I'll tell you what. I didn't know towns like this existed that close to Louisville. It felt, whenever I was driving into it, it felt like a sundown town, if I'm being perfectly honest. But,
well, what time was your match?
I mean, I did get yelled at by a couple of wrestlers, but I did not participate.
God, there's only audio of that or video.
You
of that.
didn't participate?
I was front row.
Well, to be fair, there only was one row.
see, you didn't let me get there. I was front row out of 2 rows. So, how about that? How you like them apples, bitch?
Did you pay extra? Like the ticket like Joe got on?
Yeah. I got to take the chair home with me.
And the chair was the name of a wrestler.
Oh, jeez.
What? I have so many questions.
My dad. So we have this wrestling promotion. We have this wrestling promotion here, and there's a radio host that does a sports talk radio show, but it's not really about sports. And he recently bought this organization, and he has been talking about it on his show. And my dad's been listening. And my dad's never been to see pro wrestling live.
He still hasn't. Sorry.
So he called me and asked me if I wanted to go. And my dad hasn't asked me if I wanted to go do something with him in years. So I felt obligated. At first I said, no, I've got a podcast to do tonight. And then I was like, you know what? I can be a little late. He never asked me to do anything. So my brother and I both went with him, and we had a blast. There was a wrestler there whose name was Ryan Howe, I think. Mm-hmm. But he came out, he was playing the electric guitar, and like at least 15 times during the match, he would yell, "Rock and roll," all over the place. So, I mean, these guys were not much to look at. And they weren't great wrestlers, but it was a fucking blast, if I'm being honest.
I think I would probably enjoy that more than actual professional, like, in a stadium wrestling. Like, I would probably enjoy going to
I'm telling you, if I took you all to that, you would have a blast. It was so much fun.
It sounds like such an awesome, like, meetup thing to do. Like, dude, when we went to Austin, the one thing I was bummed out at was the roller derby finals of the season were the same time as the beer festival. And I wanted to go to that roller derby thing because I'd never been. And I just thought, it just seems like kind of an Austin thing to do. And I was bummed out that I couldn't go to both things. An amateur thing is, I think, sometimes more fun. Like when I went to that amateur, like, quote unquote, semi-professional baseball game and got won a free haircut.
I'll tweet out some pictures here and I'll put the link in the chat.
I'm picturing it like when we were in Vegas, when we went to that, whatever they call it. Well, they fight, the knights fight.
Oh, yeah.
Medieval times?
Yeah. Can you imagine a group of us, like, at a meetup going to, like, a wrestling match?
That's exactly what I want to do.
There you go. Right there.
Welcome to a magnificent journey into the past. This is medieval times!
Let me see this. Pictures.
I've got the rocker.
You're right there, dude.
Well.
Is that
guy's
front row? Plastic chain.
That guy's practically in your lap in that one shot.
Yeah, dude.
They don't look that. They look. I mean, I thought they were going to look a lot worse.
Some of them were better than others.
Okay.
These are the ones that aren't really that bad.
These guys look like they're,
Oh, dude,
they're at the gym.
The first guy with the like pleather pants on. He's a tiny dude.
He really looks short.
His name is Super Heavyweight Big Money, something like that. And he came out with this giant container of like whey protein powder. And he stood up on the ring and faced the crowd out and got a handful of that protein powder and threw it up in the air like he was LeBron James.
That's awesome. Saturday, May 15th, 2021 at 7:49 p.m. This is show number 578. This is the Vent Chat Show.
It's a Vent Chat Show, and here are your hosts. There's turd sauce and a statue. My name's Ben. Hey, how are you? We're gamers in the know. We like MMOs. We make jokes, laugh, and drink and swear. We podcasting casual wear. So if you're there at home, come hang out with the bros and have some fun Saturday night. For you're all welcome on the line at the Vent Chat Show. Hey!
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. It's Dawson with me as always. This host is going to be getting jumper cables for Christmas because all he does is start shit. It's Esta.
Hey, everybody.
This host ties his shoes bunny ear style, even though it's a low integrity knot. It's Brent.
It is a low integrity knot. Hello, everyone.
This host is the reason they put instructions on shampoo bottles. It's Sauce.
Oh. Hi.
And last but not least, you can't find him because he's busy at the strip club on Butthole Thursdays. It's Fen.
Oh.
These actually sound familiar.
I know. TikTok intros. Yeah.
But
I like it.
Are you mad?
No, I love it. It's great.
Now that was a TikTok I haven't seen, so I was thoroughly entertained, I guess.
The Butthole Thursday, there's a bartender. She works at a strip club, and she has her camera set up, and she does like random shit to the guys at the bar.
Oh.
Like, hey, it's Butthole. Like, hey, say specials. It's Butthole Thursday. Like, yada yada yada. Or like, it's weird, whatever, something Wednesday. So I saw that.
The girls are only going to be showing their buttholes
Only
tonight,
butthole.
nothing else. And the guy's like, I mean, whatever. All right, let's go.
I wonder, did it say what? I'm always fascinated about this because I don't frequent strip clubs ever. And I think in California, like, I don't think they can even take their bottoms off. I don't know what all the rules are. There's some weird rules with, like, if there's alcohol, they can do this. And if there's no alcohol, they can do more. That's why I was fascinated about Butthole Thursday.
In Kentucky, I think this is the way it used to be. If there's alcohol, it's topless only.
Okay.
And then a lot of places will have an area that's like a juice bar.
Yeah. Okay.
And they can go full there. I don't know if it's still like that. It used to be like that.
I thought there was something, and I don't know if this is where this is, because I bet you it's not California, where like they would have like some sort of weird BYOB, so they could still say they're not serving alcohol, but you could bring in alcohol. But I'm sure these guys, when they go to a quote unquote juice bar, probably have a flask And I don't know. Strip clubs are so fucking strange and weird to me.
I know.
Guys wearing like jogging shorts, and like weird shit like that. Like just gross, fucking disgusting. Like, I don't know.
Well, how else is the girl going to feel your boner?
I've been to a few for bachelor parties, just, and I've not been impressed.
The only time I've ever.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone when it wasn't, but I've never been impressed like by a strip club. I've always been like kind of skeeved out to even be there.
You've never gone for the prime rib buffet?
Well, the food is so good there. I've been to the ones, like a couple of the ones in San Francisco, and you think it's like a pretty big city, but they're always gross. Like you see them. Okay, for example, this is what I'm thinking of. We watched as a second movie last night, and I'm gonna get to the rest of the shit in a minute. Beverly Hills Cop 2, and there's a big strip club scene, and it looks all kind of I don't want to say flashy, but it looks like whatever, like a nightclub kind of, and. There's a big stage, and then there's all these like beautiful women, whatever. It's nowhere I've ever been has been anywhere near like that. They're always gross. And like the lights are super low and you're glad they're low. Like you feel like if they turn the lights on, you would see a bunch of things you don't want to see running around, they're just gross.
Mm-hmm.
So I never got the appeal, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't think I've been to one like in Vegas or something where maybe they're better. What's this? I don't think I can play this. Or no, can I play this? Is this the bubble thing?
It's not working.
Okay. I just put another second. Did the second one work or no?
Second one doesn't work either.
Ah, well, that's bullshit.
Tranter says the worst chicken sandwich I ever had was at strip club.
I do remember driving by one, I believe, like the Marquee in San Francisco, and I believe I remember seeing like a food special, and I was just like,
probably prime rib.
Man, it might be. I mean, I don't know, but it's just like, dude, who goes to? I think it was a buffet, like a strip club buffet. It's just like gross.
Just get all the diseases.
Yeah, let's just. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, if you go there like maybe on like a once a week basis, you're probably immune to just about everything after a year. You can't catch anything if you've already had a dose of everything. Probably just float through life.
It's science.
Yeah, that's the way that works. Well, anyway, real quick, thank you everybody supporting us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com and click on, search for Vent Chat, and then you can sign up for that. You get the whole pre-show, whole after show, Estes titles. You can comment about things. Cockabub had a comment about gout this week that I'll get to later, maybe. I would play the clip right now, but we're having some problems, technical issues. But anyway, thanks for that. Thank you for people that subscribe with Amazon Prime on Twitch or just regular Twitch subscription, and tip us bits and tell a friend and things of this nature. Let's see if this works.
What happened this week? What happened this week? What happened this week? What happened this week? Did Turd Hat piss into a canteen? Did Esther shave his sweet face clean? Did Sauce chop a lady in the vagine? Let's talk about what happened this week. What happened this week? What happened this week?
It is so strange because I keep saying it, but I got new headphones for the first time in years, and I had some old ones that were really good, like sort of quote unquote studio quality ones, and I got some new ones that are different, like a Sony model, but they're like super high rated. They're in, I don't know, they're around $100 and something bucks. And, the last pair lasted me probably close to a decade. So I'm hoping these last a similar amount of time.
So you got another wired pair?
Well, with the big, long, curly Q phone cable wire, I don't see, the thing is that I've had enough shit fail on me during something, either rating or a show or whatever, that I've just completely given up on wireless shit. For the most part. I mean, I still have a wireless mouse, but I don't use it during the show. And I'm trying to think if I have a wireless keyboard still. But the headphones I love. I just love these headphones. That style or whatever. And they just work and I don't have to worry about them. But everything is supposed to be... I can't wait to
talk shit about you whenever you walk away.
Oh, that's fine. Everything's supposed to be... see, dude, these are fucking like pro quality. Like everything is supposed to be as perfectly rendered as possible. So if like you were doing mixing or whatever, like the bass is the correct level, and you know what I mean? It's supposed to be ultra accurate. And my old ones were worse than I thought, you know? Like one side finally started giving me a little trouble, like where it was clear the speaker was going to start to go out. But they've been wearing out over God knows how much time, and I didn't notice it. And everything sounds completely different. Like when I play a clip of some music or whatever, it sounds like 100 times better than it did a week ago. So it's tripping me out. Like,
that's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
You should use that new technology and make a new song.
Oh, very good.
I would like that.
Thank you, Movie 1011. Subscribe to Tier 1. They've subscribed for 4 months. Go Warriors, he says. I thank you. Thank you for that. Tomorrow they have one more game, and then they're technically in the playoffs, but they're not gonna. No expectation they're gonna do anything. But I'll save that for another program.
It's predetermined.
Well, they're squeaking in as like, it's weird. This year they have like a play-in thing, like 8th, 9th, and 10th. There's like a play-in tournament, and they're gonna make that, but it's not like they're gonna,
You
never know.
Thing we say that, then you're gonna be excited when they win.
I'll be excited if they win because it's like unexpected. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I would like to see them knock off the Lakers just because I think it'd be cool. But
so would I.
if they do that, they're playing Phoenix next, so you can hang that up. But
just for the record, they beat Phoenix like Thursday. Phoenix and Utah, which are the number 1 and number 2 teams in the league record-wise, they beat them back to back. But that's like David versus Goliath. You did it once. You're not going to do it 4 times out of 7 or whatever. Anyway, basketball talk will be later. Some other, on our sports talk show that we do that you guys just haven't found it yet, but it's out there. Let's
fun
see.
week for me for basketball. So
yeah.
Oh, Esther, I'm so excited for you.
What's up?
Esta's tiny college team, like lower mid-major
sort of
mid-major D1 team, low end mid-major team, got like a top 5 recruit.
Ooh,
this
in the country for this year, this class.
How'd they swing that?
His dad's the coach.
Oh, okay. Well,
it doesn't matter.
Ask a silly question.
Yeah.
He's still there, and he's still gonna kill people in their conference. So
that's kind of cool. Like
good shit.
When it's the coach's kid and he's actually really good, and he's like, "Why don't you come play for me, son?"
He's phenomenal.
He's gonna get plenty of playing time too, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What should we start with here? I guess I'll start with Big Pablo. You guys heard of Big Pablo? As in, I love it when you call me Big Pablo.
Oh, no.
Have you heard of this guy? It's a couple years old, but I found this guy. It's the first time I've seen him this week. Well, it's this week, but I guess it was from like 2019, maybe. And he sounds, and again, this is a, old man thing if you don't know who Biggie Smalls is, from way back in the day. But I feel like it's kind of something that people would still know. I mean,
yeah, I would.
I would feel like you've heard I love it when you call me Big Papa, at least. Throw your hands in the Aya.
I hope so.
Anyway, his voice sounds pretty dead on to Biggie Smalls, and he knows it. And he's also a pretty big guy. He is, I don't know from what country, but is Latino. And he knows the words, and he's really proud of like sounding like him. So he really is trying, but then he doesn't quite have the words nailed down. Like English is not his first language, but he sounds pretty close. But when you start listening to the words, cause I know the words really well to at least like the first verse of Big Papa, it's just not quite there. And that for some reason is even more entertaining to me. But I'll just play you like, it's about a minute clip but just listen really close, cause he gets it right, and then all of a sudden there's like a jumble of like, what did you? No, I don't think that was it. But here's the guy.
Yeah, Pablo in the house. Big Papa.
Big Papa.
The notorious B.I.G., ladies and gentlemen. Notorious B.I.G. Check it out. For all the ladies in the place, rich darling grace, allow me to raise this lyrical douches and you pussies who got grooves to make moves for sober mommies. Back in the club, the can be rap and stay behind me. Back in the club, I can hold my crews behind me. Mad question, bad skin, blocking past in music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these homies biggies got the creep. Sleep, sit, keep the ever secret. Why not run your blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got romantic Gregton in the bed. Believe me, sweet, I got enough to feed your need. You need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benz. She knows by the players. 2 fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friend, jump in the GF3. I got that chronic by the tree. I love the one you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love the one you call me Big Papa. You're gonna done up in your race, please don't shoot up your place. Cause I'll see the ladies tonight, they shall be having my baby. Baby.
Big Pablo. That might just be for me, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Dude, if I'm being honest, if he had gotten the words right, it's not that bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the voice is in there, and I linked his YouTube channel, and it's only got 4 videos, all from the same time period, all with him wearing the same shirt. It looks like it might even be the same night. And I think he does like 1 or 2 other tracks, at like a karaoke type thing. And it's the only real problem he's got is A, it's not a great recording because he sounds like he's playing it on a car stereo or something. But B, the words aren't quite there. Like there's a point in that song where it's supposed to be true fucking players, like true fucking players. And he doesn't know the words. So he says 2 fucking players. And he holds up 2 fingers like, I'm saying 2 fucking player. And I'm like, that's not right. But there's a couple other spots where he's got a kind of a marble mouth. But it's close enough for me to get enjoyment. But if you go look at the guy, it's just fun because he's kind of a bigger dude. And, I linked his YouTube channel. But if you look up, Big Pablo, you'll probably find him on YouTube if you're looking. I don't know why I led with that, but I did. Let's see. Oh. Well, I found a current time video, and it was a TikTok thing, and maybe you saw it, especially Andy. An Australian lady who claims to have had, which one was she? I thought she had tonsillectomy. And woke up with an Irish accent and couldn't shake it. And now, now that's what I said. So you say, okay, that's bullshit, right? Cause it's on TikTok and it's like half the shit on TikTok's bullshit. So
I'm like laughing, like expecting like a really bad Irish accent.
Well, here's the thing. So my bullshit alarm went off as well because I was like, there's no way this is a thing. Like you don't have tonsillectomy and then wake up and you go from Australian accent to an Irish accent.
And then you Googled it.
Then I Googled it and then I found a major news story that was like national news here from 2016. And this was a woman in Texas. Apparently there's about 100 cases of this in the world that are legitimate cases. This woman in Texas had surgery to fix an overbite and woke up with a British accent. And they've got a clip of her. I'll play her first because they've got her talking. And then they have a clip of her like from a recording from before she got her mouth fixed. And I don't know, you can tell me, but there's actually even a learned doctor on here that's like, no, it's real. But check this out.
Mom of 3, Lisa Alamia, is a born and bred Texas girl, but her voice...
I say you're all the time before the accent. Once I got the accent, I started noticing, I said, you are.
...is from England. It all started in December of 2015. She went into surgery to fix an overbite and came out with a new British accent.
I've never been outside of the country except for a mission trip in Mexico. That's definitely not where my accent came from.
But listen to her voice before in a video her family made for their church.
You guys have inspired us and befriended us, and we love you.
And today.
I was very shocked. I didn't know how to take it. I was very confused.
So just how does something like this happen? It's an extremely rare medical condition called foreign accent syndrome. Only about 100 reported cases ever. Alamia's neurologist ran a full battery of tests, but says everything came back normal.
To know that she's not faking it, not making this up, it's just such a rare condition that even neurologists that I speak to don't believe that this is the real condition.
While the accent can diminish over time, it can also be permanent, and there is no known cure.
So that I still don't know if I believe in this.
I've heard of this before, but I thought it was like a brain injury or something like that.
That's the thing. Like, it can sometimes be because this was like a 5-minute clip that I cut down. They said it can happen from stroke or traumatic brain injury. Wouldn't it be crazy if when I had my stroke, I came back and I'm like, hello.
Hello, I'm from London, England.
Hello, I'm from San Francisco.
Hello. But these two people are apparently rare cases where at least in this case, like, she's seen a battery of doctors and they're claiming, this is again from back in 2016, but they're claiming that it's legit. And there's even like a comment about how she's pissed because since she lost if she had any Texas type accent at all, because it didn't sound like there was any sort of thick, like a southernish
really.
Texas accent. But she said her kids don't listen to her anymore when she gives them orders, like, because she can't sound, because they laugh at her. She's bummed out.
Could you do voice coaching?
Yeah, they said she's going to, at that time, a speech like pathologist, and it had been 7 months, and they didn't have any clip of her, but they said it was improving, but it's not like gone or anything. But they did see some improvement. Now, Potato Knight says, gets appendix out, now only speaks ancient Greek. Now here's the Australian woman that claimed to have tonsil surgery, and she woke up with an Irish accent, which I don't know if who knows. This one is not verified, but she's saying she's seeing doctors and stuff like that. But just to get a listen at this.
Lenny, this video is for you. I woke up this morning. I didn't do anything different. I had breakfast. I didn't really talk to my housemates because Lexi had gone to work already, and Sasha, I don't think she was up before I left. I took a shower, and I usually sing when I'm showering and listening to songs, and all of a sudden I was talking in an Irish accent, and I thought initially that was just something I was just hearing, that this can't be real, and now I can't shake it. I just did a job interview in an Irish accent when I've never been to Ireland. Can your friends tell me that my accent is from a cool part of Ireland or not? It's totally not normal, and I'm on my way to the hospital. Stuart is coming soon, and I'll keep you posted. Send help.
Yeah, that one sounds like it's bullshit, but...
Yeah, I mean, the first part of it just sounded like a sort of Australian accent, but then when she said, I woke up with an Irish, then it kind of started kicking in. So I don't know.
It actually was. It wasn't just like something I found on TikTok. It was a news story that that was the first video she posted, and subsequently is apparently seen doctors, and I don't even know. I can't remember what she'd said. No, I didn't think she didn't start a GoFundMe. But she still had to pay something. Like, they've got pretty good healthcare there, but she still was talking about that and whatever.
I wonder if it just makes certain, you can't pronounce certain sounds and it makes you sound more like one.
There's a lot I could think of. Because she had a tonsillectomy, the other one had an overbite thing. I don't know, what if you did have some sort of brain damage while you were fucking under, and wake up with that shit? I've heard, what about the one where somebody will wake up and from a coma and they'll start speaking another language they never learned. You ever heard of that kind of shit?
I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah. So
that seems impossible.
No.
That's not a different language.
Damn it! I was just gonna say, what if somebody had nasal surgery and they woke up without a nose?
Hello, I'm in England. Wake up with a. Yeah, Wild Goose says that the fakest Irish accent I've ever heard. What's really kind of a trip is, you ever see somebody from like clearly they're like you see an Australian person that I'm trying to say this without it sounding terrible, but you see someone from Australia and you just have a general idea of like what someone from Australia probably looks like. But what's really a trip with this is she's Asian. I don't know from where, but she's Asian with the Australian that turned into Irish. So it takes your mind like a minute to process what's going on, because just from the sight of her, you would think that she would have neither accent like that.
She's from Australia.
Well, that's what she is. But I'm saying it's just very strange. Like,
you did the thing a lot of people do when they said she's Asian. I don't know where she's from.
Well, no, I know she's Asian as in she looks like an Asian person, but Asia is a lot of countries. I mean, you could be Asian and be from India, actually. But yeah, it's like seeing like a guy that looks like he would be from India and he's got a thick Southern drawl, and you're like, wow. Yeah. Like, I think there's even like a stand-up comic that has that, and he does a whole bit on like, somebody will walk up to him in a bar, like if he's in some kind of racist area, and they'll be like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm having a beer or whatever, like back at him. And they're like, whoa.
One of the guys in the Expanse he looks Indian, but he grew up in Texas, so he has like a Texas accent.
I love that.
But that's just for the show. Like that's.
Oh, really?
Kind of funny.
I love that kind of shit.
A training at work recently, and the lady had a strong British accent, and she was Indian, but she actually is from South Africa. And she was like, everybody says, "Where are you from?" She was like, "South Africa." They're like, "No, where are you from?" And she keeps saying, "South Africa." So where are your parents from? South Africa. And she stops them. Like I forget what she said. She was like, she traces it back to like a certain date, and she was like, we've been there generations.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time. I've been there a long time. Don't trip. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that one's real or not, but
I wish she wasn't a liar.
That's the thing, like I didn't jot it down. I probably should have like actually linked you guys the article that started it, but I don't think I put it in here. Anyway, I found it interesting because then when I went and looked, it sounds like it is actually a thing. It's just really rare. But she probably is not legit, but there are people that have that. But yeah, it, like Esther said, it's usually neurological. Like you take a good rap on the melon and you wake up like suddenly you got an accent from somewhere you've never even been.
That would be a trip, man.
And you can't shake it. Like, people are just like, talk normal. And you're just like, I can't do it.
I can't, I can't do it.
That's why I just chuckled when he said that, because I thought about that.
I just can't shake this accent,
Brent, who just walked in here? Because Brent left. There's somebody else in here.
It's uncanny. Been working on it. I decided tonight was the night to pull it out.
Stoten says mini strokes messes with the language centers. Yeah, I mean that was one of the causes. Just any stroke can fuck with it, but
stop masturbating.
The fact that it would like have that exact effect is so strange.
I'm always trying to get just every. I'm just trying to think of like I'm Irish. No, I'm Australian. Oh
God!
I like the delayed laugh was good.
I get jokes.
I get it, but now Andy made me sick to my stomach.
It's not my joke. I'm just the one bringing it to life.
Thank you.
Mini strokes.
That's so gross.
So small.
It's so gross. Oh, here. Okay, I found a link to one of the articles that I pulled this from, just in case you want it. Like someone actually and it wasn't just this place. There was other places too that with this gal, TikTok gal.
Yeah, they all got fooled. That's what
I
happened.
guess. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She had more and stuff, but it's, you know, I wish we weren't a liar, but then it actually is a thing technically. But if it's on TikTok, I just imagine that it's all bullshitting.
Listen, Angie, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I feel like you're lying.
Why would you lie to me?
Yeah.
Why did you lie to me?
I don't even know you, and you're already lying to me. How am I ever going to trust you again?
I wonder. Well, I bet you got a lot of TikTok followers or whatever. A Goldman Sachs executive actually quit because he made millions off of Dogecoin this week. Like, he quit this week from buying it at the beginning of the year, and he's like, F you. And he was making good money in the first place. But we were talking about it because Elon Musk was hosting last week, and it did kind of peak before he was on, and then it took a little bit of a dive. Yeah, and I think it kind of came back up towards the end of, like now it's kind of back. I didn't look at it today, but
it's in that like 50 cent range,
which is crazy because there's people that bought it at like 0.00, 3 or whatever. So
he wasn't as bad as I thought.
The dip or
on SNL?
Oh no, yeah. You're right. No, I actually thought he did way better than I thought he would because my bar was pretty low, and he had him in a lot of stuff too.
The Chad skit was pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good all over, and I kind of am wondering. I feel like there's a team of people, like he's a billionaire, and he's like, all right, everyone, I have to go on like not to the SNL people, but his own people. They're like, you need to, figure out how I could do this. He's kind of like that. I just can't imagine he got up there organically and did that well. That's all. But he was pretty good, surprisingly. Let's see. What else is I going to play you? Well, how about this? The Buttfucker 3000. You guys might have seen this, but Brent and Andy both sent this to me, and a guy was in court on Zoom or whatever, and apparently he made his screen name. He claims he didn't, but he apparently made his screen name something profane, and the judge immediately saw it and was not pleased about it.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes.
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not Buttfucker 3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name.
Why
we'll discuss that in a little bit. What kind of idiot logs into court like that? What's your name again?
Nathaniel Saxton, sir, but I don't believe that I typed anything like that in.
Well, that's what it says.
Well, I apologize. That should not be.
Yeah, you should. I'll put you in the waiting room. You can sit in limbo for a while and think about what you call yourself online.
That's kind of like
Mr. Grossnickel.
It's kind of like showing up to court like wearing a like a torn up tank top and flip flops or whatever. Like it's a bad idea.
Buttfucker 3000.
What's that?
I could see somebody like playing a joke on him, but the fact that he says, "I don't believe I ever typed something like that," makes me think he did type something like that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't look it
up. I
up.
wish I could believe him, but
it could have been for a previous call.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And then you can't. I don't think you can change it until you get into a meeting. Also,
you can launch. Really? No, you can launch Zoom by itself without a meeting and change all your shit, and then.
Yeah. Well, he probably didn't know that.
But if you don't,
Buttfucker 3000.
Yeah, if you just launch a thing,
it's gonna put you in there.
It's gonna put you in there with Buttfucker 3000.
Yeah, he probably didn't think about it.
He looked like, oh shit, like. I don't think he purposely said, "Let me type this just to be stupid." Like, it was like, "Oh, oops."
He's like, "Damn it! That's I left Buttfucker 3000 in there."
Or he's got like a kid that is goofing around in Zoom, and he set it up as butt fuck. And then like his, then his dad's like, I got court, get up, I got to use Zoom. And then he logs in.
What's your name, sir? It's not Dong _6969.
Buttfucker 3000.
What was Turdat's kid's name when he did that? Was that it?
That's what it was. Dong _6969.
And didn't he do it on Steam and you can only change it once every so often or something like that, and they couldn't change it?
Once a month or something, once every 2 months.
Yeah. From Minecraft or
Minecraft. I think that's what it was.
Did I tell you about the Packer player?
I don't think so.
No.
Before he was like famous, when he was back in college or whatever, in a nobody, his tag name, like he was big into video games and stuff, and his tag was Pussyfucker69, and people found his old shit. He's no longer on the Packers. I forget, who was it? Fuck.
Pussyfucker.
God damn it. He's like a linebacker.
AJ
Blake Martinez.
Blake Martinez, yes, that's it.
Were you Googling?
You just Google Pussyfucker.
Did you?
3000?
I just Googled Pussyfucker 69.
You got a VPN over there? You doing incognito or like
bro,
how are you?
I raw
have that.
My searches.
That's just right in the old search history, huh?
I mean, there are worse things you could search.
So on Reddit, like on the Packers Reddit, anytime like he would say something, people would be like, "Thank you, Pussyfucker 69," stuff like that. It's pretty fun.
People don't forget. Damn it, that's another one I still have to get at some point. That's pretty good. This you might have heard this story, but I don't know if you've listened to this because it gets much better than I thought. But there was a woman who was 28 who snuck on to a high school campus to pretend that she was a student to promote her Instagram. Did you guys hear anything about that this week? Because no. I saw the title, the headline somewhere else, but then when I actually listened to the audio, that's like not even the craziest shit about it. And it was a 100% like, hello, fellow kids type of thing. Like the meme with Steve Buscemi.
Right.
He's like walking through the halls with a backwards baseball cap and skateboard. He's holding a skateboard. What was funny about that meme and that GIF is, if you look at it, and I didn't notice until someone pointed it out, he's actually carrying 2 skateboards. Like, what? Yeah, you just go Google it and you'll see. Like, you don't even notice it because you look at the rest of it, and then when you pay attention, like, oh, there's actually 2 skateboards there. I can hear someone typing. They're gonna find it. If you find it, link it. But anyway, I'm gonna play you this because she's 28 and went to like a high school campus to go promote her Instagram, but the rest of it is like even more weird. Here you go.
Miami-Dade police say 28-year-old Audrey Francischini blended in with students Monday morning by wearing a backpack and holding a skateboard. Police say once she was inside, she started handing out flyers with her Instagram name on them, encouraging students to follow her.
She was just talking about her husband, saying that he's a sperm donor or stuff like that, and talking about crazy, and like she had like the devil's mask with her kid and everything in the back, so it was really crazy.
She allegedly lied the first time a security guard stopped her, but the second time they pursued her and she ran. Miami-Dade County Public Schools released a statement saying this is an unfortunate incident involving a female who trespassed on school grounds under false pretenses. The individual was approached by school personnel who recognized that she did not belong on campus. Miami-Dade school police made contact with the individual and subsequently arrested her for her actions.
I'm just concerned about her stealthily entering the school, pretending to be a student. I don't know the content of what she's trying to expose the students to.
Back in 2017, while she was a police officer in Georgia, Francischini was arrested, accused of posting nude photos online of a fellow police officer. She apparently lost her job and moved to Florida. She told the judge today she now works in sales for Carnival Cruises. Tonight, she's in jail trying to post a $2,000 bond.
It's just like a string of random you know, like, oh, go to the thing. And then you know, hello, fellow kids. And then she's telling people like her husband's a sperm donor or some shit. And then it's like, turns out she was a cop a few years ago and got fired for posting nudes of fellow police online. And then moved to Florida and became a Carnival Cruise Lines salesperson or whatever. It's just like, what? Anyway, Esta got it. If you look at the one that Esta posted, it's not a great quality shot, but you can see that he's got two skateboards, like one in his left hand. It's kind of off. There it is. At the very last frame, you can see the whole thing there. But yeah, if you see the uncropped version. Thank you for proving that I'm not crazy, Esta. Because Brant was trying to prove I'm crazy. Yeah.
Well, I just showed you what I've
always seen, like either a static picture or.
I had seen the big one, the bigger version of it, and I never noticed it. Like, but yeah, I understand that it was cropped down. Anyway, I wonder how many. I didn't look, but I wonder how many Instagram followers she got, because probably a lot now. Esta, your state is responsible for a bunch of places, including Target, not selling Pokemon cards or any other trading cards anymore. Yes. It's your fault.
Evidently,
Target will no longer sell Pokemon and sports trading cards in its physical locations. That starts today. This decision comes after a parking lot brawl at one of its stores in Wisconsin last week. Target says that the temporary suspension is out of an abundance of caution. There have been fights about these cards across the country. Guests can still buy those cards online.
Can still buy them online.
Evidently, there's like a boom in Pokemon card, like
all
value.
of them. Baseball, football, all of them for some reason.
Yeah. Is it the time to sell then? If you have some old shit,
I would imagine, because I thought like even as of a year ago before all this shit started, that stuff was like not completely worthless, but
it took a dive.
Pretty fucking worthless. Like, it's like if you had, like a comic book, if you had a Superman #1, it's still worth a shitload of money, but, baseball cards and shit weren't worth much.
Yeah, the Pokemon card scene is hot right now. Really, really hot.
Well, at one point, I don't know if it still is, it was the highest grossing, like, media thing of all time. Like, even more than Mickey Mouse and Star Wars.
Wow.
And Harry Potter, like, it was top. I'll see if I can find something.
Yeah, there's guys that are like, they'll go, and like McDonald's had them with Happy Meals. So these guys that I used to play Pokemon Go with were going and getting like 8 Happy Meals at a time. Because you could get a Pikachu card and flip it for like $50.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay.
There you go. Top 25 highest grossing media franchises of all time. Pokemon, #1, $92 billion.
Holy fuck.
That's crazy.
My kid's been pissed because he usually gets a pack of cards when we go to Target. And it's been like, 6-7 months. They had signs up, like everything on the display cases on the aisles says, we only do like Tuesday or Thursdays at said time.
Mm. Yeah, I know there were some places that when I was looking at an article said, like they started off, they were limiting it to 1 pack per person per day. And people were, just like any stupid human thing, like people were trying to do weird shit to like get around that,
Yeah.
Like, hello, fellow kids. I'm not Jeff that was in here 20 minutes ago buying a Pokemon pack. I'm, Ronald, or, just dumb shit. And then they were all they had to put them behind the counter because they were just getting robbed. Like, people were just grabbing stacks of them and running out.
Yep.
And then they just said, fuck it. Like, we're not going to sell them anymore. I'm looking at this list. It's Pokemon's #1, but what's pretty crazy is Hello Kitty's #2, which wouldn't have, way above Star Wars. Well, not way above, but above, and above Mickey Mouse. So that's
well. I know Hello Kitty is massive in Asia.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh is #3. Mickey Mouse I guess, Mickey Mouse stuff in general, because there's other Disney.
Winnie the Pooh is number 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, Winnie the Pooh is another big one that, like when I had a cousin that married an exchange student from China, and she brought her family over, and they went to Disney and loaded up on Winnie the Pooh shit and, like Disney shit in general, but it was just a weird, like, culture shock. It was like, why all the Winnie the Pooh stuff? And again, like, you could turn it around and sell it in where they were from, like in China, like for, I don't know how much more, but they were loading up on it and like filling suitcases and shit. Cause it's a thing. Mickey Mouse 4, Star Wars is number 5. One I don't know, and I'm sure I'm going to fuck it up. Anpanman, which is a manga. Which is crazy. That's number 6. Above.
How do you say that, Esper? I know you know how.
Someone phonetically. That's 6. Disney princess stuff 7, and Mario is 8th, which is Harry Potter's even 2 below that, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is still below. Spider-Man's below that. Gundam, Batman, Dragon Ball, Barbie, like those are all way below of fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Pokemon's made like 4 times what Batman has
That's
made.
crazy.
Easy.
But the thing is I can see it with Pokemon because of the size of the universe they've got. But like, who knew that there was like, isn't Winnie the Pooh like 6 guys or something? Like how many, the Winnie the Pooh universe is how many characters?
Oh.
I'm talking about like, I don't even know how many Pokemon there are, but I thought I could name all of them. Yeah.
Little baby.
Roo.
Yeah.
There's a rabbit. And then there's Christopher, the human. But that's it.
Owl.
Owl? Tigger?
Okay. Yeah, but
Tigger.
we're still going to, you can probably name them all and there's like 10, right? But how many?
Wood or whatever.
100 Acre Forest.
Well, that's not a character.
Well,
but
he said it, not me.
I'm just saying, how do you
Getting
know
the right thing out there.
how many Pokemon are there? Like
video games that I had.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, on a Tandy whatever. It was like Winnie the Pooh in the 100 Acre Wood.
I had a Tandy, like as I think my first computer as well.
Nice.
Very strange. I don't think
What's a Tandy?
It's just some fucking old ass like computer.
Tell me, Grandpa, what's a Tandy?
It's it was like
even DOS, right? It was pre-DOS.
I think it was DOS. Tandy, please? I think it was DOS.
Yeah. How much does it cost for a Tandy?
I mean, it was just
how many roses for a Tandy?
It was just this
a lot. I don't know. The thing with those is I never got the joysticks and shit would always fucking not work.
Yeah, I remember the joysticks were garbage.
Like the hardware was just garbage.
But you could crack it. I mean, it was just like a PC case, like a regular looking PC, and you could crack it open and like put RAM in it and shit like that. I mean,
it's like a flat looking one, like not a tower, but like a flat
right.
Yeah.
But it
how much RAM?
Fuck,
I don't even know.
3. I think I upgraded it to 4. Like put a big stick of RAM in there and got 4. No, I played all the old ass like Sierra Online type of game. Like I think there was like Space Quest and King's Quest and shit like that.
I don't remember any of the other.
I never had Winnie the Pooh though.
We had Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, took like 10 seconds to load. From you, like when you went to a new screen, like you were navigating through the woods.
Yep. That seems pretty fast.
But at the time, dude, you were just like, "This is the shit!" Like,
incredible.
Yeah, you were stoked, and people would be like, "Dude, you got a Tandy?" Like, wow. I mean, it's just like any of that shit, like a Commodore 64, or it's like that era of computer.
Mm-hmm. What
yeah.
a time to be alive.
Beats 100 years
I
ago.
should say a PC game, first PC game, because I definitely had Atari before.
Oh yeah. No, I had like that. That's just PC. I'm talking about like console. I'm trying to remember what my first one was.
Console was Atari with like Pac-Man and then all kinds of shit.
I thought I had something like I thought there was, but I may not have had it because I know like ColecoVision and shit was like around.
I think
then
they
too.
were. I don't remember.
Were they
if that was
posed?
after.
I don't know, but yeah, Atari was basically the shit. Anyway, that was a weird list, dude. I never would have guessed that. Pokemon I can see.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
Pokemon I can
It
see,
is, yeah.
but not Winnie the Pooh number 3. I mean, we're talking.
I get.
You know,
Yeah.
you think the Marvel shit is pretty big. Like it at least, you know, it has been. It's not even close to Winnie the Pooh. Like not even it's like half, less than half. It's
A third.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Mario too. Fuck. Anyway. Someone's out there just fucking like they are just killing it buying Winnie the Pooh shit. Whatever.
That used to be one of my dad's favorite jokes.
What's that?
What do you call Winnie the Pooh when he gets older? Winnie the shit. Call him Winnie the shit.
That I was trying to think of something much more complicated than that. I'm like, okay, if I suss this out, I could probably get it. And I'm just like,
no, it's a very simple joke, but he loved it.
Winnie the white dog turd. Like, I'm like, what could it possibly be?
No, just Winnie the shit.
Winnie the shit.
Show title: Winnie the shit, please.
Well, sure.
You got it.
I'll toss this in there because I don't know if anybody won that big ass lottery because I think it was up to like 400 million for yesterday, and I had a ticket with the Cheese Club, but so yeah, some lady won in LA, and I mean, again, you know, this is a night of like it could all be bullshit, I suppose, because there's no proof that this is not bullshit, but some lady claims she won in like the LA area, and I tried to see if she did find the ticket, but
the Cheese Club.
I don't think she did because I didn't see an update on it. But this is what happened.
This story is a double whammy. Good luck followed by bad luck. Someone won the Super Lotto jackpot, face value of $26 million, worth $19.7 million after taxes. But a store manager at this Arco AM/PM gas station in Norwalk says a woman came by yesterday to say she put that ticket in the laundry. People can dream big. Sergio Vasquez stores his tickets in a folder. 8 years ago, he won $100,000.
I actually took my mom to Israel, paid off my credit cards, and I bought me a Hummer.
Here's the deal. Lottery officials say the Super Lotto Plus, if the person doesn't have the original ticket, they must provide substantial evidence. For example, a picture of the front and back of that winning ticket.
So it was a much longer clip, but I cut it down because there was a lot of fluff in there. But I don't think she ever found it because I found out that it's 90. You have 90 days, and if you don't claim it in 90 days, the money goes bye-bye. At least in my state, I don't know. It could be different in other states. But like the one that she won was, I guess it matters where the ticket is a winner. Maybe I would imagine that that's the case because that's a multi-state lottery. But anyway, in California, if you don't come up with that ticket in 90 days, that money gets donated to the school system out here. And I was looking and her deadline was, I think, yesterday or the day before. And I didn't see an updated like, hey, she found it, you know? The longer version of that says that I guess they've got video surveillance cameras and that's where the ticket was purchased. Now, I don't know who would have 3 months ago video surveillance, but I guess that is a possibility to try and figure out if they can prove that she, you know, won it. But when I was looking at my ticket, I thought it was interesting because I take a picture of the front of it, but I did flip it over, and on the back there is a serial number on mine. So from now on, I think I'm gonna take a picture of the front and the back, and then at least you'll have, that. Because apparently there is a barcode that's scannable with the picture, just like a airline ticket or whatever. So if you take a picture of it, you have some sort of proof. But I'd be bummed out, dude. Put it through the laundry.
They know that you didn't take a picture of somebody else's.
They don't.
Or if it's just unclaimed.
They don't. And I can imagine, because they say you need to have like some sort of substantial proof. They say like a picture. But can you imagine, the lottery just saying, you know what? I don't think that's good enough. Sorry. And they just fuck you. Like, I would totally see it.
I mean, they could probably... The ticket has the time on it, right?
Right.
Date and time, and they can figure out where it was purchased.
Right.
So they could look at that exact timestamp on surveillance video, because pretty much anywhere you buy a ticket from is going to have surveillance cameras.
But would they have it for 3 months is the question. Like, how often
I would
they
assume
purge
that I would
video?
assume you wouldn't wait that long if you had the picture.
Well, she apparently did, because this was like the last. This is like the last day of the 90 days. Yeah. No, I'm saying she didn't take it doesn't sound like she took a picture of it. She showed up and just said she bought it. I'm sorry.
In the chat room, they're saying that.
My bad.
Fill out the back of the ticket with a pen and snap a picture, or sign
I don't fill out the back, and I should, I guess. Well, I mean, I'd always fill out the back.
Every time?
Because now if I won that fucking...
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Well, I'm just thinking if I won that lottery, someone out there is going to show up with a fucking silenced pistol and come put 2 in the back of my head and grab that ticket that's not signed, that I'm signing right now. But yeah, fuck, $400 million would be nice. Anyway, don't put your ticket through the laundry. And I don't know. Like, I know I'm probably never going to win. I don't sit here and think like, oh yeah, I'm going to win the lottery. But I take it out of my pocket, take a picture of it, and put it in a specific place that I will not tell you where. But what would you do, like, if you find out you won and it's after hours? What, like, say you won the $400 million, like, where does that ticket go? Do you have a spot? Like, some people put it in the freezer because, like, your house could burn down and maybe it'd still be okay. I don't know. Just curious.
But maybe get wet though.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't think the freezer because I don't know what would happen.
I think I would just put it into something and then, like, have that
Tupperware
sitting next to me everywhere.
What the fuck? What? Just a fucking Tupperware case and just carrying around under your arm.
Just stare at it. No, I would stay up all night and just stare at it.
That'd be crazy.
It's not like you're going to sleep after you just won $400 million.
It'd be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I got to keep this. Suddenly this piece of little paper is the most important thing ever.
Yeah, it's worth more than, like, some countries, are worth. Yeah, you fucking be staring at that thing all night. You're not sleeping after you win $400 million.
Well, you're not sleeping anyway.
Well, I'm certainly not sleeping on $400 million. But it's true. I don't really know what to make of this, but Michael Che from SNL, one of the writers who does like the news and shit there. I guess he's got some sort of sketch comedy show on HBO, I think.
Dawson?
Yeah. I
Have you
watched
seen it?
the first episode. Yeah, I watched the first episode.
Okay. I was curious how it was because I found a clip of it. SRPL says my fireproof gun safe. Yeah, that's a good place.
I do not have a gun safe.
I don't even own a gun.
Well, that's why I don't have guns.
For the sake of this argument, since I have a winning lottery ticket that I may not know about yet, I own a lot of guns.
I was gonna say you should get like a little smaller fireproof safes. Pretty good. Like,
I used to have one.
Just to get Social Security. I mean, and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
But even without a gun.
That makes sense.
I used to have one, and I can't remember what I had one in college. I remember, and then I don't remember what happened to it, like why I got rid of it. I think the lock started. Yeah, the lock started kind of half failing on me, and I was too afraid. It's like, oh fuck, like you know,
you're afraid you weren't going to be able to.
I'm not going to be able to open it, and then it's like fuck, and then now I got to hit it with a sledgehammer.
Did you lose the skeleton key?
No, I didn't lose any key, but it is that supposed to be some sort of old joke? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Is that an old thing? I don't even. I mean, I know what that is.
Skeleton key.
But that's just like lockpick, like a locksmith would have something like that, right? I would never like think about that as like, yeah, with the old days, we all had skeleton keys.
Yeah.
It's just a it's supposed to be like kind of a universal key, no?
I don't think it's a modern key.
Well, I don't think it ever was a key that people.
I
master
think it was
like a master key. What is a skeleton key then?
Skeleton keys, basically what you would see in WoW or some shit.
Like old type.
Like whenever you collect a key.
Let me Google
like you can hear it. You'll hear it on like a lock. They got like fancy handles on them and stuff.
Here.
Yeah.
It's like this.
It's like the ones you have on your keychain.
It looks like that.
So I was in Costco like a week ago. A couple weeks ago, maybe.
I'm not wrong. It says a skeleton key is a type of master key.
No, it is.
Is it a master key? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought it was.
But I don't think you would call a modern key that was a master, like a fucking janitor. You wouldn't say he had a skeleton key.
Look at the keys when you you Google it and look at the Wikipedia. They just look like fucking keys.
Yeah, well.
I'm just saying.
Don't be mad at me.
You're a key.
I'm not. I just didn't understand it.
Sometimes it's just for me.
It just is a key that can open numerous kinds of locks.
Yeah, so I was in Costco and they have a gun safe for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like a digital padlock or whatever. And the fucking thing was popped off. I'm like, that fills me with a ton of confidence right there. The whole front was just popped off the fucking digital part.
You want to get fucked up? Go watch videos from the lockpicking lawyer on YouTube. He pops shit. He pops shit open in like 8 seconds. That's supposed to be like unopenable.
I use that wrench trick.
The what?
Wrench trick that he has.
I don't remember if I've probably seen it, but I don't remember what
wrenches. You put it in like a padlock and you kind of leverage them together so they like pull apart the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because they didn't have a key.
Should have known Esta knows how to pick motherfucking locks and shit.
I used to be able to do master locks just by feel. I used to be able to pop them off.
I know that sounds like crazy, but I've watched the videos of him popping those open, and they are he makes them look like they're made out of butter. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous how fast he gets locks open. And some of them are so fucked up, like the company is mad at him, you know, like for showing the video because
send them like cease and desist.
Yeah, because
bring it.
It'll have like 8,000 5-star reviews on Amazon, and he'll buy one and do the video, and he'll open it in like 7 seconds, and he'll use like a bent piece of plastic that he found in his garage to do it. Like no special tools and lock picking shit. It's wild. It's a great YouTube channel if you haven't checked it out.
I'm sure it's legit in the fact that he can do it, but I don't think they're all like, this is my first attempt on this lock. Look how fast I did it. I'm sure he's prepping for the video.
Well, he's a lock picking guru.
He knows his stuff, yeah.
So he knows like all of the different types, and like some of them he uses like picks, and some of them he uses special tools, and some of them he's just like, he's essentially showing you like how janky like this or that lock is. He's just like, you can open it with a fucking rolled up newspaper.
That's the thing with
I don't like that.
It's scary. It really is. Because I remember I had a master lock on my fence, and he, this was a long time ago, like on an old ass fence, like I don't know. But anyway, I saw the video and I was like, well, so much for that. Like if somebody knows what they're doing, they can open that in about 8 seconds. And I still haven't tried to do it. And there's really weird rules about lock-picking tools. Like, I don't even know what my local ones are. Some places you're not even allowed to own them.
Some states, just being in possession of them, you can get in trouble, but it varies.
In some states, you can own them as long as they're in your house. But if they catch you in your car with them, that is a misdemeanor or a felony or whatever. Because you can't have them with you unless you are like a licensed lockpick, guy. Because why else would you have them? And good luck trying to tell the cops that it's a hobby. This doesn't fucking work. Yeah, dude. Anyone who, if you were ever a kid with, those kind of doorknobs, knows how to pop the lock on the fucking doorknobs in your house.
Oh yeah.
But the butter knife, butter knot.
That's why my master bedroom has one with a key.
Like an actual lockable key. Do you lock it when you bounce? Like, you're not coming in here.
Absolutely.
That's smart.
That's the reason, because
on your boy's dick.
Whatever. That makes this conversation uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know which DM you can take that to. Andy's in charge of it. I'm not in it.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Get the Patreon, everybody. You'll know you'll know that joke. No, but everybody knows when you're a little kid, you go into your parents' shit and see what's going on in there. Like, if everybody, if you're alone in the house, you're like, okay, let me go snoop around, see what's going on in here. So yeah, if you got kids and you're an adult, lock your shit.
That and they're still will come in the middle of the night, so they don't need to be seeing stuff they don't need to be seeing going on in there.
Oh, I didn't think about that either. Yeah. No, if parents,
Daddy furiously masturbating.
This is semi-pro wrestling in here.
Rock and roll,
right?
Rock and roll. So good.
You ever hear like the stories of, or like probably it's like some sort of joke about like, yeah, I went into their bedroom and Daddy was trying to, Daddy was trying to kill Mommy or whatever. It's like start beating on the dad. Let the boy watch or whatever. I gotta play that whole fucking clip again sometime.
Dude, every time
Not tonight.
Okay,
Not tonight.
So
too much.
You know Bob Baffert.
Yes.
Every time I see him, I think of that fucking sketch.
Who's Bob
All
Baffert?
I can think of.
I can't think of who that
He's
is.
a horse trainer.
Oh shit! Yeah, the guy
with like really white hair.
Busted.
I wanted to ask you about that. Because it's the trainer that got quote unquote busted. He claims it's all like lies and slander or whatever.
His tune a little bit.
Yeah,
he said his horse was canceled.
Yeah, it's cancel culture on his horse.
What?
Because this is the horse that. Go ahead.
He said it could have been because there was someone in the barn, the stable, that had taken cough medicine and peed in the hay, and the horse might have eaten the hay.
Oh my God, really? I didn't hear that.
But they came out and said he admitted that. I guess it was in some sort of cream that they had put on it in order to, like skin inflammation or something, and it had had that substance,
antifungal. And if you didn't hear about it, it's the horse that won the Kentucky Derby, and they do a test on him afterwards, and they found like elevated levels of steroids that are not supposed to be in there. Yeah, but what I was going to ask you was, because you bet on the one that came in second, right?
I did, yeah.
And so I was wondering when I was watching all those stories, did they have any thought of like, because you can't cancel out those bets because people cash in those bets right away.
Bets. They've already paid out, and it is what it is.
So no matter what, even if the horse gets disqualified like a day later, you're just you just stuck with losing.
Once they make it final the day of and start paying out, done. Nothing changes, no matter what.
Okay, because I was trying to think. I'm like, I've been to horse races. I've been to the Churchill Downs with you, and I've been like locally to Golden Gate Fields out here. Not a lot, but just checking it out. and you get paid out right away. Like and you wouldn't be able to get that money back.
Yeah.
So that could be talk about like a mafia scam, you know?
How much would I have won?
Yeah, how much would you have won?
It was like $300.
Dude. It's crazy. I tried to like take a look at, cause, when I, back in, the before times when I actually was able to go to like Reno and Tahoe and shit like that, I didn't, I would only go once or twice a year, but I always was interested in like throwing a little money on, the basketball or whatever. And then I was just like, dude, there's horse racing like 24 hours a day, cause they're always racing somewhere. If it's in Australia or if it's in the UK somewhere or wherever the fuck it is, there's racing going on. Cause, I don't really care about gambling that much, but I like to have I like the sports book and like being able to watch something. And I tried to look in like to what you would need to figure out to try and even have a chance on betting on horse racing. And it's just impossible.
Dude,
there's so many things.
I don't give a shit about horse racing. I really don't. But my father-in-law is way into it.
Yeah.
And he won the trifecta at Derby, and he won like, I don't know, a couple $1,000. But if that horse hadn't been in there, he had it again.
Wow.
With the horses that had higher odds, and it would have been like $12,000 instead of $2,000.
To try and figure out that world is insane.
He bets a lot.
Well, you got to know like all this shit. Like the stats in it are incredible to try and figure out. And it doesn't work like regular sports work because whatever, the horses are animals. This is the part that always fucks me up. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
I just don't feel like it today. You know what I mean? And like, it's not like, it's game time and you got to put on your game face. I mean, I know they say these horses are all bred for it and they're all thoroughbreds and this and that, but you can't, nobody can whisper in that horse's ear and just be like, I've got $1,000 on you. You better win. Like the horse is not paying attention to that. So,
does it know it's in a race?
I don't. Yeah. Like I don't bet on horse racing at all because I looked at it and I was just like, I can't even fathom.
You won't bet on horse racing, but you'll bet on Jake Paul?
Well, see that I didn't bet on Jake Paul. I bet against Jake Paul. And that was my problem.
Well, I mean, same thing.
No, but that's fixed. And I think we now all know that that's boxing is filthy and that's the filthiest of filth. I'm not touching that fucking second fight.
Can't disagree, really.
No, boxing's like the one that's even joked about because there's been so many fixed fights. Like people taking dives in like, the fifth round and they show the replay and the punch isn't even within an inch of the guy, face or whatever. It's just, don't get me started on his brother and that whole thing. Fuck that. I'm not touching that.
Got your hat.
Got your hat. He changed his Twitter name.
Got your hat.
I did laugh at that, though.
Will Ferrell looks exactly like Bob Baffert to me.
Oh no, it's perfect.
Yeah, dude,
now that you say it,
every
it's
time.
perfect. I didn't think about it, but it's also the glasses, the tinted sunglasses.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised to hear that he modeled that character after him.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'm curious because there's a lawyer that looks like that guy too.
Interesting.
Yeah, because there's like this like attorney that I don't even know if I don't know what he's doing these days, but it's that cut, that butt cut, like right down the middle, like kind of feathered on the sides a little bit. Like that's where it starts.
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
That's who we're talking about. Is that guy? Gosh, I wish I could figure out where that full clip is. I don't know. Not worth it.
Eastbound and Down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering what I named it. I don't think I would have named it Eastbound and Down. I don't remember that guy's name. But the whole clip where he's like, I'm on top of my wife, making sweaty love. It's just, it's so gross.
His name is Ashley Schaefer.
Well, I don't think I've
That's the character's name.
I know where the tension one is, but that's not the same, you know. I won't find it now. Oh well. Someday. I'll think of it. I'll stew on it while we're doing the rest of the show. We had something called tension intro.
Oh, interesting. They actually say in the Eastbound and Down wiki that he
Ric Flair.
Yeah, he emulates Ric Flair a bit.
Ric Flair's got the same haircut.
Yeah.
Let me play whatever this is to figure out.
Can you feel the tension? I know I can. I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take a bit of farmer's market. I can feel the tension in the air.
I do not know what purpose that served.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know why I had that, but I do.
That probably sounded amazing in your new headphones.
It sounds weird because it just sounds so different, but it did sound good. I don't know what the fuck we use that for. It's really strange.
I'll never remember hearing that.
Me neither. I don't remember hearing it. Don't remember making it. Don't remember why.
I hope you made it and you didn't even use it.
I might not have, because I'm looking and there's nothing attached to it. Like there's no game. There's no. It's just called Tension Intro.
I've never heard that.
Me neither. Show 333.
I bet you it was something Turdhead was doing. Some sort of experimental thing where he was trying to
make people tense.
Create tension.
Yeah.
Out of thin air or some shit.
I believe it was a Cinco de Mayo show, and that's about all I can tell you. Show 333. Because I know I've got the Cinco de Mayo stuff, and I've got this too. Mexican hat dance, but pass that. I don't know.
The very first thing in the show notes says a new game about tension.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it was any good. Well, because we never did it again.
There was a game.
Yeah, there was a game. There's an attempt at a game.
The name of that episode was 8th Grade Esta.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. Again.
Interesting.
You know, somehow I started off with Michael Che has a new sketch show on HBO. You remember that?
I know.
It was like an hour and a half ago. I started in on that.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Do we have a show tonight?
Do you guys have a show? Is there a show? Anyway, the point I was getting to is I don't know if this is in the first episode, Andy, this clip I'm about to play. And you can maybe tell me because I'll describe it because I know the situation, but I only have seen this clip. Colin Jost is on there, and it's a clip where it's a deep concept clip, and I'm trying to explain it really easily. Michael Che is apparently asleep, and in his dream, Colin Jost is him. And he's on stage answering questions, like sort of like a Q&A with like a host, but Colin Jost is Michael Che. Did you see that, Andy? Or maybe that was an episode you
I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay. It really doesn't matter. It just was the content. But Colin Jost at one point says, well, as a black man, and it doesn't make sense, but that's the reason. It's because Michael Che's dreaming and Colin Jost is him in the dream. That's all I got to know. Just the content was why I pulled it. Here it is.
All right. Who's got another question?
Yeah, I got a question for you. You ever do some gay shit for a role?
Knock it off, guys. This is a guest.
My brother told me that Hollywood only allows black men to succeed if they're willing to do something gay. Did you do that?
Hey, that's enough. I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's fine. As a black man, I get this question all the time, and the answer is that really it depends on what you consider gay.
What?
Like, I was at a party, and an executive put his dick in a bowl of ice cream. And he's like, you gotta lick it off if you want to even get a role in Fast and Furious 12, mo cars, mo problems. And I was like, absolutely not, dude.
Well, good for you.
I'll eat the ice cream after you take your dick out of the bowl. And he was like, deal. But is that gay? No. I mean, I know a lot of gay friends that would not do anything like that.
Yeah, I knew it.
But but it sounds kind of funny to me. I was chuckling. And, you know what I was laughing at.
Fast and Furious 12, mo cars, mo problems.
I can't wait for that to get here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched the first episode. Each one has like a different theme to it. So yeah, it's very SNL rated R.
Yeah, I've we'll see. I'm gonna take a look. I guess that's also on my list that I'm gonna forget to watch. But seems like it could be funny.
Absolutely not, dude.
That's the other one I liked. Just for general use, but as soon as I heard the Fast and Furious
12, mo cars, mo problems.
That meant I was pulling it. What number are they on again? Because I'm not up to speed.
9 is coming out.
9.
9.
They're making money. They're making money.
Hell yeah, they're making money. They're coming after Pokemon.
I'm surprised that wasn't on the list, honestly.
It doesn't. Are you watching Mayor of Easttown?
The what?
Mayor of Easttown on HBO?
I thought you said Mara Vista.
Yeah, no, I have not.
I'm enjoying it so far. We'll see how it goes.
Oh wait, who's in that? Who's the lead in that?
Kate Winslet.
Shit, it's not the one I was thinking of. I'll have to take a look.
Kind of a little bit of a crime mystery, but also small town slice of life type of thing. I don't know.
So you just think Dawson tries every new show? Is that why you asked him?
He watches a lot of stuff, and it's on HBO. So
I only watched one season of a show this week.
What show was that?
Jupiter's Legacy.
How was that?
Excuse me?
I enjoyed it. It's on Netflix. It's a superhero TV show.
Oh yeah, shit! I meant to. That's also on my list because it sounded like someone's like, if you like Invincible, you should watch Jupiter's Legacy. And I was like,
that was me.
Was that you? Sounded like you.
I've heard good things about it.
It's not Marvel or DC, but it's
yeah.
It's I forget which comic book brand, but yeah, looks interesting.
If it's even 2/3 as good as Invincible was, I will eat it with a spoon because I fucking love that. I was debating on going back and rewatching Invincible. I liked it so much. But Jupiter's Legacy, I'll have to check that out. And
you need to write these down.
I know I don't because I'm in the middle of the show, and so someone DM me a list of everything I say.
I did. I DM'd you. Check your DMs.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
I know I'm muted.
I do DM.
You're not muted. I look at your DMs. I looked at the one today.
You don't have 16. You don't have 16 TikTok videos to watch, but
that's true. Andy's busy. Andy's busy over there. Just whoever thinks he's not
hairy
busy.
Nut thing getting sliced out.
Yeah. Andy sent us a TikTok video, and it was of a deer's antler getting sliced by like a meat slicer, except deer have this thing on their antlers that they call velvet. I mean, I'm saying this like to people that either hunt deer or know what deer are. Like I'm sounding like I'm 2 years old, but for people that don't know, they have this thing on their antlers called velvet that is there kind of when they're growing in, and then eventually that they take, that comes off. But whoever killed this deer, apparently, it looks like they're chopping a hairy salami in a meat slicer, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And he really said gross. That. What was your caption on it? You're like, here, have this. It was the grossest thing I'd seen like in 2 weeks.
I was like, you've seen this, so now we're all gonna have a good show.
That's right. That's right. And Novacano's in here. What's up, Novacano? He says Andy jumps TikTok videos? ?
See?
Hey, I know.
Everyone's asking for it.
Dude, I told people at work about it. And I said, this is guy I know.
Dude, you got
talking about crazy TikToks. And I'm like, there's an idea. I never heard about it. It could fire off to the moon.
It's the next big thing.
Yeah.
All right.
To the moon.
It could get me on TikTok, like, actively.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an
Somebody
account,
else is going to do it and be famous, and you're going to wish you did it.
Yeah. That would be the thing.
Don't be that guy.
That would be the thing.
Jump this shit.
Jump this shit.
I just like Andy jumps, and like I want like a sort of like a Sesame Street sounding little music intro on it, and a big smile on Andy's face while he jumps, like something that's not very big, you know, like a can of soda. Andy jumps it.
Oh yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but then it gets increasingly
progressively bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
I know. I'm working on it. Okay.
All right, I know you're busy.
I'm busy.
Yeah, he's got.
I'm doing lots of things.
He's got.
I'm in a lot of
things on my plate.
I'm in a lot of DM threads. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of DMs, a lot of TikToks, a lot of ins and outs and what have yous. Let's see. Well, I've got one that's another like, I don't know if I don't call bullshit on it, but, and then I have one that I don't call bullshit on. This is a few years old and I didn't know about it, but it's a thing apparently. A Chinese sex doll manufacturer has made, and maybe still is, I don't know, making sex dolls of Instagram models. You know what I'm saying? Like a popular Instagram model, and then they make a sex doll in China and sell it without permission.
Go on.
And you can't, like, if you're in the US, it's incredibly hard to have any sort of. I stepped right into that. It's incredibly difficult to like have any sort of copyright claim or file a lawsuit or whatever. So basically someone can make a sex doll about you and sell it. And then not only do you not get any money, but now there's a sex doll of you out there, like out and about. And it happened to this person named, what was the first name? Last name was Cohen. I'm looking at anyway, I'll link you this is their post about it. And again, it's a couple years old, but this is the first time I had heard about it. And I thought it was like completely fucked up, but it's real. That's their Instagram post of them as their own sex doll, I guess. And they say, I found out that a big company made a sex doll without my permission or me knowing. No, not a joke. It's real. They even named the dog Yale. That's the person's first name. I'm still shocked. I don't really know what to do. You probably saw on my stories that it came out on TV shows in my country, and it's time to share it with you guys too. So you could see, I mean, like, that's pictures of them as this doll. And they've got almost roughly a little under 1 million followers, this person does. And they're like an Instagram model, you know, the normal
952,000
normal Instagram model post that you would expect in like booty jeans and, you know, whatever. And they made this doll. It says about a year ago, Cohen, which is her last name, received a message from one of her followers and it linked to a forum about sex dolls. When she clicked it, she was met with an eerily familiar face. Hers. The thread was started by the doll's maker, and it described how a new quote-unquote model of the head was coming soon, and this was a rough prototype, and she brushed it off as coincidence. Months later, she got a DM. This time, there was no mistaking it. The link showed the final doll. Although its likeness to her is subjective, its inspiration is not. It shares, they even named it her first name. Like the doll's named after her. So it's not even like maybe it's her, maybe it's not. Right. And her name is Yale, Yael. So it's not like it's Jessica or something, you know? Like maybe that's a popular name other places, but it's pretty dead on. So she finds out about this. And it says Yale, the creator says in this forum, wherever it is, says Yale is inspired by this beautiful lady with a link to her pictures. So it's like cemented in. And, the person wrote, how will she satisfy your great fantasy? He asked. The forum users subsequently explained just how. And then I guess they got all filthy and said, oh, I'm gonna, whatever. So the company's based in China. And like intellectual property is a whole different ballgame over there, and trying to do anything internationally, like from the US, is next to impossible. So that's it. So I don't know if that continued or how prevalent it is, but it's gross and it's fucked up, and there's nothing you can do about it, I guess. So.
I mean, there's probably a sex doll of me out there, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No, I mean,
yeah,
I think there is.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's fine.
I mean, someone may have one. I don't know who that might be.
It's on back order.
Can't get it.
It's so popular.
Can't get it right now. I've looked. But that's the whole thing too, like that there's a whole I love weird, like Andy, this is a different kind of weird underground world, but that's an underground world that like I, believe it or not, have no knowledge of. Like the whole the sex doll forum.
There was a few weeks ago, this jogged my memory. There was an article of some like bodybuilder in, I don't want to say Romania, but I'll say Romania.
Okay.
But he like married and divorced different sex dolls, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna get married anymore. I'm just gonna have a harem." And he's got like 100-some thousand followers on Instagram, and that's all he does is like, his name's like Yuri, and he just documents his life with his his multiple sex dolls. It's just all right. Have at it, brother.
Yeah, like if you've ever seen that Lars and the Real Doll movie, that's a fucking trippy ass movie. Like where he's treating it like it's a real thing, and his parents have to kind of go along with it because he's kind of, I don't remember the whole details, but he's kind of effed up. Who was the lead in that too? Damn.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, that's right. Like I was trying to think, I'm like, it's somebody that you wouldn't immediately
suspect. I haven't watched
suspect.
all of it, but I think it's on HBO right now.
Yeah, it's a weird ass movie, but oh shit, you found it,
it,
huh? The bodybuilder who married sex dolls.
I mean, if that's your thing.
Every once in a while, I'll run across like a weird article, like so and so married their pillow or whatever, weird shit like that. But this one was just fucked up. I've never heard of that. Like, I can't even imagine. And then, I mean, I'm not going through the whole thing, but like at some point in this article, like it talks about how like she had to eventually tell her mom. Like, her mom's not even stoked that she's an Instagram model, but then she had to like eventually tell her like, look, somebody made a sex doll out of me, and I'm going to tell you just in case like somebody else finds out about it, because she wanted to post about it on Instagram to like out whoever it was or the company, and she figured like I got to tell people because they'll see when I post about it, so I got to tell people. Hey, Mom, just want to tell you. Anyway, this is the one that may or may not be bullshit, but I think it might be real. You remember when we were talking last week about the new thing was to eat like tainted meat, like bad meat and raw steak and stuff?
Oh yeah, get high.
Yeah. Well, this guy does it for health reasons. And he, I guess, claims that he really does it. And he posted this picture of his post-workout meal, which I'll put in here.
Dude.
It's just a picture. Because it's important. We need to follow. So he eats raw chicken, okay?
Okay, this isn't so bad.
It's not, no. Because he's not eating, but he says, this is my standard meal. I usually eat it all the time. I eat mainly more steak over chicken. But he's got like 3 or 4 raw chicken breasts, a raw piece of steak, raw bacon, and I think it was raw butter was the other thing.
Dude, that is a huge pile of butter.
Yeah, but that's what he eats. All raw. All raw.
Oh my god.
And
why is it so yellow?
Because it's raw.
I guess because it's raw butter.
Yes.
I don't know.
Or does it? Okay.
Whatever that is.
I've seen it when they like age steaks. They'll dip it in like that type of butter. And just sit it in a meat locker for 60 days or whatever. It's something else. It's like Amish butter.
I don't know what to tell you.
Come flying out here in the kitchen, and she's standing right there in front of the microwave, getting ready to nuke my butter. And I told her she better not.
I don't like the in that.
I like the there's
these.
Yeah, there's a long like sort of vocal fry where that, like where your voice starts kind of, whatever.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't like it either. But I do like, there's a cadence to it. Like somewhere in the area of like getting ready to nuke my butter. And there's like a cadence to it that is kind of, just one more time.
Come flying out here into the kitchen, and she's standing right there in front of the microwave, getting ready to nuke my butter. And I told her she better not.
Like you could almost auto-tune that and make it into like a song. Somebody should. But anyway, point being is like, okay, yeah, this guy posts fresh raw chicken, week old steak I left in my fridge, my favorite bacon, raw butter, raw milk. That's what this guy claims to eat. And then a bunch of people were like, no, you don't, just like I would say. And this is the one that you may or may not want to click on.
I'm going to click on it.
But he posts a video of him eating raw chicken. And it's whatever.
Dude,
but he posted it.
Is that what? Huh? In Thunder Force.
Yeah, she eats
right?
raw chicken.
She eats raw chicken in the Melissa McCarthy movie.
Oh, really?
And it's
okay.
fucking gross.
This is gross. It does it a lot.
This is the guy eating raw chicken, and I'm going to play the audio. So if you don't want to click it, this is him because he's got a lot of look at me. You guys didn't believe me. I eat raw chicken, that kind of thing. Let me see. Where is this? Big Pablo, Buttfucker 3000. Here it is. Dude eating raw chicken. But I'll put the link in too if you want to see what he looks like.
All right. I got multiple people asking me to make this video. Ignore my haven't shaved. Because you guys don't actually believe I'm eating this shit raw. It's not even bad, bro. You guys are tripping. You guys are like terrified of it just because they told you there's bacteria in it. It's your natural diet. Like, you'll literally naturally want to eat it. It tastes the same. Like, maybe it's not as good tasting. It's not like amazing tasting, but it doesn't taste fucking bad. It's literally your diet. Here you go. Two seconds. Here you go. You eat it. I just eat it every single fucking day. I'm not gonna lie. I washed it down with milk to get used to it when I first started. Because, I didn't like the taste as much. Now it's a lot easier. I still do the milk just because it's easier to, just wash it all down. But it doesn't taste bad at all, bro. I could eat fucking rotten meat. I could eat, 2-week-old meat, bro. I don't give a fuck. It all tastes the same. Here you go.
Anyway, sorry, I put the wrong link in there, but that's the right one now. But, he's got a whole thing where he's convinced that, it's Big Vegetable trying to sell vegetables. This is the part that I thought you guys would appreciate.
Big Vegetable.
Yeah.
Big Vegetable.
Yeah. See, this is the part where I was like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, I need to put this on for Brent and Andy, and I'm going to read you what he said. The plant-based agenda wants you to become a weak slave. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds are not optimal health. All of them contain anti-nutrients, which cause issues. Think of it like nature's candy. It's fine in moderation and for certain circumstances, but not your main diet. That's this guy. So I thought maybe you guys would also be against Big Vegetable Cartel.
A few too many bros in his video for me to take this guy seriously.
Well, I don't take him serious, but I did watch him eat what I think is raw chicken. So.
He's got a point.
That's the part I wanted. That's what I wanted, Andy.
Maybe a little.
Got a little bit of a point.
Okay. What's his point?
Nature's candy, moderation.
Vegetables are actually not that good for you.
Nah,
that is not true.
Portrait of health over here, not eating a fucking vegetable.
Thank you for giving me what I wanted.
I've had a vegetable.
In your life?
How many years? Yeah, come on.
I can't tell you the last time.
Don't say bro. Esta's not going to believe you.
Oh, sorry. Gentlemen, cannot recall the last time that I ate a vegetable.
Come on.
Like on purpose.
On purpose?
Okay, well, now I'm picturing Andy being forced, at gunpoint to eat a carrot or something.
those assholes forget to take the lettuce out of my, the little rogue piece of lettuce.
But then,
oh, dude, that tiny piece of lettuce that you almost choke to death on whenever you get a taco.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck that.
But then,
Esther, I bet you put little shreds of lettuce in people's tacos whenever they ordered it with no lettuce. You little prick.
No,
this guy wants it plain. He's gonna get a little
one little piece. Guess what? I'm gonna find that little piece, and I'm gonna almost choke to death on it.
If you think the people working at Taco Bell for fucking 6 cents an hour are bending over backwards to make sure not a shred of lettuce gets in your taco, then no, they're not doing that. I mean, they don't give a shit.
Well, see, the problem is they let it get into the cheese, and then they try to put the cheese on the meat, and the lettuce is in the cheese. I know.
Yeah, that's a problem if they're doing that.
I know what they're doing.
I love that it's like you get that one piece of lettuce and it almost kills you when you go to Taco Bell. You ever have that? It's like, no.
You know what you're talking about. I found a piece of lettuce. Molly and I had only been dating for like maybe 6 weeks at this point, and I picked up Taco Bell on the way to her house, and I was eating it, and there was a little piece of lettuce in it, and I gagged. And she's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. My life flashed before my eyes, but I'm fine." She goes, "What happened?" I said, "There's a piece of lettuce," and I pulled the piece of lettuce out and put it on the paper, and it was about maybe half an inch wide and maybe a quarter of an inch long.
Oh my god!
And that's the day she decided she wanted to marry me.
I was about to say, how did she not spin on her heel and slam the door and never see you again?
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm charming as fuck.
Hey, Brett, I don't mean.
Why are you laughing, Esther?
Too far.
I don't like that.
Brett,
I'm just laughing at both Joss and Andy's gig.
Brett, I'm not trying to one up you. This isn't trying to be.
Oh boy.
This isn't a dick measuring contest. And this isn't like they don't listen. My in-laws, my family, my wife's family. To this day, they think I'm allergic to onions.
Oh my god!
Fantastic! I never thought of
pulling
the allergy card.
Fucking drink in my mouth.
Pulling the allergy card. Did you ever say that, or you just never corrected that?
Yeah. No. Well, it was brought up like because I told my wife that I was allergic to onions. Not his wife thinks he's allergic to them. No. Well, she knows now. I'm like, I'm not allergic to them. I don't like them. They're icky.
Ew.
They're icky.
I don't like.
Gross. So, like one gets in his finger and he's shaking his hand. Like,
no.
So that started as a lie for me. And I'm like, yeah, no, it makes my throat really scratchy. And then, when I was a kid, this part's true. When I was a kid in Florida, I had Subway and I had hives and I had red onions on my sandwich. So whatever, I use that as like a backbone to all my, stories. And, but yeah, so I'm like, nah, it's just, I had really bad reaction.
Plausible
one time,
deniability.
I don't fuck with them. Yeah, I don't fuck with them. And, so she told her parents that, like, no, you can't put onions in anything when he comes over for meals, so.
This was my question, because it's one thing if you live in a bubble where it's like,
my God,
you only have to deal with what you create or eat at your house or get. But I was trying to figure out how you guys go to places where you're invited for dinner for family, in-law, whatever, and not eat any vegetables there while everyone just kind of looks at you while you just pile meat on your plate or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get through that?
It's
plain to see that you're allergic to onions 15 years ago.
But onions is only one, it's like, how about some salad, Andy? Do you want some salad? And he's like, I'm allergic to salad.
No. Here's the thing. My family, they know who the fuck I am.
Your family.
My in-laws, I let them know. I don't give a shit what people think.
Okay.
Listen, hold on. This wasn't bro.
But you can't walk in the first meal at your in-laws' place or like the first time you eat over there and
why not?
Just deny. Like, do you really you just deny every we're having stuffed bell peppers.
I just put it on my plate and then I just
don't eat it.
move it around with my fork a little bit.
mush it down with your fork so they think you ate some of it.
That's what I want to. Yeah, that's what I want to
That's
hear.
the move. Yeah.
And you know what I think
you
is
just
a power
move it
move?
around.
This is what I think I would do as a real power move. Offer to do the dishes and pick your dish up and start collecting their dishes. You know what I mean? So they don't look at your plate still full of food and like have that thought bubble like, I wonder why he didn't eat my, my broccoli casserole or whatever. You don't even have to deal with that because now you're doing the dishes, right?
And if it's an entire meal of shit that I won't eat,
right.
I will.
I don't feel very good.
You'll stomach it?
My celery.
Okay.
I'll bite a bullet
and
if
eat
it's
it.
an important person.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
And eat some of it. But
Okay.
I'd be like, I had a really big dinner.
Okay.
I didn't know we were eating, or some shit like that. I don't know.
Okay. I was wondering how far it goes because I've been places before and I eat tons of shit. And I remember that was why that came to mind. Like I went to a friend's parents' house for dinner one time and they had stuffed bell peppers and they were gross. And I remember having to find a way, within
that
myself,
would be fucking tough
to eat that. It was just disgusting. And the mom was like, it was a whole thing, dude. It was like, you're lucky we don't have this very often, that kind of thing. And then the mom's like, yeah, it's my specialty. Like it's the best thing. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I had to muscle it down. And she came around with like the spatula to put another one on my plate. And I'm like, no, but I got it. I did it. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you don't have any vegetables, like there's, early on in that scene, there's going to be a point where you got to just eat whatever's put in front of you, like somehow,
I honestly don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've done that. I just won't get it or say no. from day one.
I've ever been like forced to eat anything like that.
I've never been forced. I've never been forced, but that's the closest I was. And I remember specifically, it was like, what a treat that you're having tonight. Like by the whole like the dad and everybody. And I'm just like, oh my God, like how do I get out of this? And there wasn't anyway. And I ate it.
Yeah. Like 95% of the time, I'm just like, yeah, I don't eat that.
No, thanks.
Sorry.
No, thank you. The allergy thing is great though.
One thing that's weird though, not that I've never not really, I guess like these two where I don't like vegetables, but I went probably into the last maybe 5 years ago where I just didn't eat them. So I would prefer to eat other shit that I think tastes better. Right? But yeah, in the last 5 years, I eat vegetables all the time now, like asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, mainly. I still don't eat carrots, lettuce, and shit, but those are common in my household now where they weren't before. So
let me throw a curveball at you because you just made me think of something, Sauce. For Andy and Brent, corn on the cob.
Oh, I love corn on the cob.
Okay, because I'm thinking like popcorn, love it,
especially grilled.
That's what because I just had that. I made steak and corn on the cob and baked potato the other day. Yeah. And corn on the cob seems like, that should be
out for non-veggie people. They're like corn and potatoes, bro.
Yeah. I mean, those are not leafy green vegetables,
right.
But technically corn is a vegetable.
I have a question for all of you. When you eat corn on the cob, we all eat corn on the cob, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you eat it, do you do it typewriter style or do you eat around it?
Typewriter
all day.
Okay. I was at a get together with some friends a couple of years ago. And somebody asked that question and I thought it was a dumbass fucking question because I'm like, who doesn't eat typewriter? But there were 16 people there and it was 8 and 8. There were 8 people that ate the corn in a circle around it.
Yes. Dude, if I saw somebody eat the corn in a circle, I would ask them
all of
if
you all are serial killers.
Yeah. Are you an alien? Like what star system do you come from? Because we don't do that here.
All right. You typewriter that shit.
I usually just deep throat it and then just as I pull it out, I just teeth the corn off.
And what's amazing is he doesn't miss a single kernel. It's clean as a whistle when it comes out.
And the best part, it doesn't get stuck in my teeth.
That's right.
I'm really good about doing straight line all the way across.
Yeah.
You guys do that?
What's crazy is I don't even try.
Perfect straight.
I don't even try to do like a real straight line, and it just seems like it happens. Like I look at it sometimes at the end, like I'm down to like my last row of bites, and I'm like, dude, 5 kernels high all the way across.
Dude,
like I don't know how I do it.
Straightest, bro.
It's fucking legit.
I don't even know how I do it.
Got onto my kid the other day because not onto him. It sounds a little harsh, but like he ate his corn. No, he ate it typewriter style. But then it's like 1 or 2 kernels is gone. Like 8 are there. They're just smashed down. I'm like, bite it off of the fucking cob.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even eating it.
Dude, that's such a great low-key test to find out if someone's human or like some sort of alien or, like you said, sociopath.
SR eats in a circle.
You what?
Oh,
he said,
Lord.
LOL, I totally eat in the circle. Okay, well, that's about right.
That
I
makes
feel
sense. That makes sense,
yeah,
right?
That seems accurate.
Esther had something to say, so I want to stop.
Do you
I
remind
have something after you.
It reminds me of Big. Do you remember the movie Big?
I do remember the movie.
He eats the baby corn, like corn on the cob style.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
So, Esther.
Yeah.
So that conversation came up something weird. We do a Friday, we have a work question that's like fun. And the question was, what do you have on, if I broke into your house and stole what was on top of your fridge, what would I get? And a lot of people were saying cereal. And then it got on conversation of, what kind of cereal do you have? And I said, hey, I know this guy who puts his milk in his bowl first. And then puts his cereal in. And nobody was like, that guy is crazy. I would never talk to him again. Like, who does that?
Yeah, that is Esta's, like, I'm not a human tell.
Yeah, I do have cereal up there and then some, like, lunch containers for taking lunch.
I think I do too. I think I've got
it was like
Cheerios.
cereal or crock pot was like the answer for everybody.
Oh, dude, that's actually a really great place to keep a crock pot.
That's funny.
My refrigerator is in like a cubby.
Yeah, mine too.
Cabinet.
Cabinets above.
Yeah.
Mine is as well, but it like enough sticks out on the top. It's really weird. Like on on one side it's actually flush, but then like on the top there's like a little bit of like, I don't know, 10-inch, 15-inch shelf to put that I can still push up. But that's a trip. Yeah, I never thought. That's a great question. What's on top of your refrigerator?
Is that part of your team building?
Oh, I mean, we have a daily meeting every day. It's just Friday. We don't talk about work. So whoever's week it is to run meetings, they bring a fun question. Yeah.
Like it.
That's a good one.
What's on top of your refrigerator, Dawson?
Bottles of alcohol. An Instapot.
The Rock's energy drink.
Instant pot.
Rock's energy drink is in the basement.
He knows, right?
With all the energy drinks that are down here. Yeah, that's it. Alcohol and
Instant pot.
Instant pot.
By the way, there are rumors swirling about you-know-who Esta going to Jeopardy because of that whole I'm leaving the Packers thing.
Oh.
Like it's growing hair. Like I'm seeing shit about it now out there.
Well, the thing that I've seen, I don't see him. Like the thing that's gaining steam is him going to another team.
Oh, really? Okay, because
I haven't seen the Jeopardy stuff, but
I just saw a couple articles that's like,
I don't think he would retire this. He said he's always said he wanted to play till he's.
It seems like
40.
Sorry, Andy, but it seems
he
like
just won MVP.
Keep
So
going.
yeah.
But to also toss in like LeVar Burton has just got so much fucking heat right now with hosting Jeopardy, and I'm so sick of seeing like Reddit threads and shit where they're just like, LeVar Burton should host it. Everybody else sucks, but no one's even ever seen him host it once.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's just they got such a Reading Rainbow boner that they,
The current guy is.
That's a show title.
Oh, yeah.
Bland.
Go ahead. Reading Rainbow boner.
Reading Rainbow boner.
Can we also put big piles of BS on here because every news story he's pulled.
Not everyone.
A slight bullshit smell.
But
to
I've questioned them myself. I've questioned them myself.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Honestly, I can't see the Packers trading him. which means he either retires or he plays. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway,
couple.
Maybe they will eventually just decide it's in their best interest to trade him. I don't know.
There's a lot of these like weird player sort of standoffs that a lot of times will go down to the wire, and then somebody will blink, and so we'll see. But it's weird that it got that. It's almost like at an FU level, like FU. Well, FU, and it's like, damn, do you really want to come back and play? Like, with that kind of shit going on. But quick one, South Carolina. Is that, I always forget, was that where Reggie was from, or am I completely way off base? Or he lived there for a while. He lived in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah. The Carolinas. He lived in the Carolinas. How about let's just say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. South Carolina, sheriff goes out to respond to something about something to do with cattle, and cow kicks sheriff. Sheriff's dog bites cow. Sheriff tases dog. I think that's how it went.
A Georgetown County deputy was forced to use a taser on his own canine this afternoon. It happened while the team responded to what was initially a burglary call. The dog was apparently distracted by a cow and bit into the cow's leg. The taser was used on the dog in an attempt to protect the cow. Now, that cow also hit the deputy and its owner. Thankfully, though, everyone should be okay.
It's just, you have to use your head to think about because it's everybody got hit and took a hit. You know what I mean? Like all three of them either got and took. Like sheriff got kicked and he tased. Dog got tased and he bit. Cow got bit and he kicked. And then that's how the whole circle, it's circular. Circle.
Taser face.
Taser face.
And he kick.
It's all, yeah. You just have, it's fun to picture in your mind, like a triangle, and everybody's whatever. But that's what happened in South Carolina this week. That's your South Carolina news of the week.
I'll be in South Carolina in 2 weeks.
Will you, for anything exciting?
We're just a little family vacation.
Right on.
Myrtle?
Hilton Head.
Oh, I should know.
I like the way you said Myrtle.
I was going to question the fact that if you were going to Myrtle, though, because I'm like,
oh, shit going down in Myrtle Beach? Like,
I don't know. That's not one of the better areas, beaches. You would go somewhere, but yeah.
I'm vaxxed and waxed, bro.
I know, dude. It's so tough. Like, because honest to God, like, this is how it's going down. Like, I'm ready, and I'm vaxxed up, and I get it. Like, nobody wants to have variants floating around because you're a fucking petri dish if you got COVID, and you could have some other variant come up, and then all of a sudden the vaccines don't work, and then everything's back to square one, and it sucks. But I'm vaxxed and waxed too. Like, give me that beard trim. Like, I'm looking at flights. Like, where am I going? Like, I get it.
I mean, we're still going to be careful. We're still going to be careful with what we choose to do and everything. But yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah,
it's time for me,
dude. It's time for fuck. Benny feels like forever.
Are we taking that week off? I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I don't know what, if we want to like try and get together and just do like a mini show during the week at some point, like like we were doing a fucking back in the day, like a Quarantine Chronicles, but just do like a short vent chat show just to throw something in there. I think that would be good. But it's what is it? It's a Memorial Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
So last weekend of May, everybody's kind of like, figuring out plans and whatnot to do. So, we may take that Saturday off. I'm thinking if we can pull it off, like try and swing together some content for that week, but we may not be here that Saturday. And if one of you would remind
I'm
me
leaving
to
Friday, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
so good to know. Yeah, I was thinking like middle of the week or something, just fucking clonk out a bit of a show. But somebody remind me like maybe next week to mention at the top of the show, because people that are listening this deep are generally sleeping. Or they're in their, if they're back at work, they're in their cubicle with their head on their desk, like having a nap. But yeah, another real quick one. The Airplane. I just like a good scream, and I have to kind of explain the context because it's not very long. There's a lady that's sitting in her seat, still managing to block the aisle when people are trying to deplane. And I say deplane because you know what that means. Like, it's everything's parked and they're trying to get off. And there's a lady that's, I don't know how long she's blocking the aisle, but like the person that's sort of a couple seats, like she's in the aisle seat and the lady that's in the window seat is recording the lady in the aisle seat. Aisle seat lady, I think she's got her leg out and her hand out for some reason, I believe, and is blocking the aisle. And no one knows why. And the lady walking up the aisle is like, dude, I gotta pee. Like, can we please just go? Like, she doesn't understand why the lady's blocking the aisle. And the stewardess is also talking to her. And the lady in the aisle, just for no particular reason, I mean, the one blocking just decides to start screaming. And nobody, it just doesn't make any sense. But it's just a nice scream.
Trying to be nice. Ma'am, I'm right here. Are you going to get off the aircraft or are you going to sit there and scream? I'm just asking. Because it's going to be your turn.
I got
so
to
you
pee.
need to go.
I got to get off of here. Ma'am, I'm trying to...
I'm watching you attack her.
You go out of here.
Excuse me, I work here, ma'am. Well, I need get off the aircraft, please.
Now, I didn't even catch that at the beginning. She says, are you going to get off or are you going to sit here and scream? And she decided to just sit there and scream. The I need to pee lady's not the screaming lady. She actually is like, I got to get out to here. I have to pee. And the other,
have to pee.
Yeah, she's just like, she's not saying it, but it's like, bitch, I am about to wet my pants. Like, I got to get off this plane. And then the lady just is screaming.
That's the worst because, she probably had to pee for a while.
Yeah.
And then you get to that point where you are about to get to pee.
I'm on the clock.
And whenever you start to think it's becoming a possibility that you might be able to relieve yourself soon,
then it
gets much worse.
Yeah, you really got to go.
Much worse.
And that's clearly where she was. And also to add on to and to your comment, there's that time where like they ding the bell and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, we're on our descent to Miami, blah, blah, blah. And you can't get up anymore. Like you're locked in for maybe another 20 minutes, half hour while they descend, land, taxi, even delay to get to the gate because something, whatever. And you're the whole time, you're like, shit, I wish I peed right before the sign, clicked on. And now she's standing there like, I'm fucking 100 yards away from the bathroom, and this bitch has got her leg in the aisle, and no one knows why, and no one can get by. And now that's happening.
That's a hell of a scream.
It's a nice scream, yeah. I mean, the quality isn't good enough for me to pull it and isolate it, because you just have all the airplane noise, but I didn't even catch where the lady's like, are you going to move? Are you going to get out of here? Or are you just going to sit there and scream? And then, sure enough, she does scream.
PPY.
Yeah.
Right there on the other cheek.
But yeah, that got the stewardess so mad. The stewardess even pulled her mask down and she's like, I work here. Like to the lady, like, F you. So I just wish I never got to see like what happened at the end of that. I just wish there were. Indian doctors, and I'm in India, you fucking animals, just to make sure you know. Are now warning against cow dung and urine as a COVID cure because it's a thing. Like, people are actually doing, like, we talked about it last week, but they are smearing themselves full of poop, a mixture of poop and pee, and claim, there's people claiming that's a COVID cure. So just to be aware that doesn't work.
I knew there was a reason I didn't get it.
Did you? Yeah. Well, yeah, you do it on the daily. You wait for your cow and to have their morning glory, and then you just take care of yourself, and you're good to go.
I actually just lay under them.
Oh, God. Let me see if this image works. Okay.
It's got to be fresh.
Choose to click or not click this not safe for work image. Just
thanks for the forewarning me.
I don't know if this link will even work. But see if that works for you.
It works.
Okay.
Pretty shitty picture.
Just so you know.
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
Well, you know what? I was about to say, just so you know that it's not bullshit, but it actually is bullshit. Like, all of the show stories tonight are bullshit, including that one.
Reminds me of, shit, what is it? Slumdog Millionaire?
That reminds you of Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah, he's like covered in shit at one point, isn't he?
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Yeah, he falls into the bathroom.
You know,
it's the bathroom. There's not like a toilet. It's just a hole. And there's some shit in the hole.
I didn't like that movie, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Slumdog Millionaire" at the time, and I was just like, I saw it, and I was like, I don't like this, but that's whatever. I didn't like the whole like.
Is that your final answer?
Well, that's the problem. That's what I didn't like. Like where he all these random things happen in his life, and then he knows all these answers, and I was just like, okay, I get it. You know, by like the third thing, I'm like, I get it, and it just didn't like the concept. I'm just thinking like of other, any of you have a movie that it's like, oh my God, have you seen? Like it is so like it just grabs your heart and it pulls at your heartstrings, and I'm just like, oh, if you have a movie like that, that's fine.
Yeah. I didn't like Life of Pi either.
I didn't either. I didn't like it.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was very pretty, but I don't know. Didn't like it. Let me see. I know I had one more thing here, but I lost my show notes when I put up the picture of the gentleman. Hold on, let me open them again. Sorry. Love it when you call me Big Pablo. There's a woman that was in Utah that they thought was dead, and it turned out yes. Did you hear about this? And she just decided to just sort of say F society and just go off into the woods for 5 months. It was dope how they found her. Here's the clip. Here's the clip.
Fast and Furious 12, mo cars, mo problems.
Mm-hmm. This prank is not funny.
Why don't you kiss my fucking dick?
That one's coming. That one's coming last. That one's coming in a minute. But you gotta, I'm making you eat your vegetables to get to that.
Oh,
juicy, delicious dessert. But here she is.
Since late November of last year, Utah County Sheriff's Office and search and rescue volunteers have been looking for a woman who seemingly disappeared and left her belongings behind.
All we had was her car down here in this parking lot, some of her personal items in that car, and then a campsite up here, all of which appeared to have been unused for an extended period of time, and no evidence that she was still here.
Weeks went by.
We had deputies who came back up here. We had search and rescue come up here. We had our fixed-wing pilot from the sheriff's office come up and do some searching from the air.
The search continued in the winter. No sign of the 47-year-old woman. Until an unexpected discovery this past weekend. A sheriff's sergeant and drone pilot came out to search again.
They set the drone up, and apparently on one of its first passes, the drone crashed. So they went up looking for the drone that had crashed, and in doing that, they came across another small campsite where there was a tent, and as they're looking at this, the zipper of the tent unzipped, and this woman who we had identified the previous year in November and December last year sticks her head out.
More than 5 months and an entire winter had gone by. they came across the woman in a tent alive.
And I have to be honest, we fully expected that we wouldn't find anybody related to that alive up here, given how long it had been. In situations like that, we often find somebody after they passed away.
Many will wonder, how was this woman able to stay alive throughout the winter months? She had a stream nearby for drinking water.
She did have a small amount of food that she had stretched out over time. She also lived off the land, so to speak.
She sustained herself by eating grass and moss. When she was found Sunday afternoon, the woman was in rough shape.
For most of us, to think of somebody spending the winter in an area like this, camping, literally camping in a tent with a sleeping bag all winter long, is beyond what almost anybody would consider, but for her it worked.
In Utah County, Brian Schnee, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Brian Schnee. I just thought it was cool. Like they didn't find like 5 months, and they didn't find her with any other thing. The only way they found her is because the drone crashed, and they went to go after the crashed drone, and they're like, "Hey, a tent," and then there she is. But I relate to that woman because there's times where I want to go live in a tent and just go away from everyone and just live in a tent.
I forget, but I think they said there was some
questionable mental health. But
right, exactly. Yeah.
What was interesting was like it's like the way that they phrased it, at least in what I saw, it was that like she didn't act crazy in any particular fashion, but just because that she did what she did, they think that she had problems. But like, I guess you know what I mean? Like she didn't act like she just opened the tent. She's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I've been up here like 5 months." They didn't give her a reason to think that she was unstable other than just the fact that she had decided to go bounce into the woods and live off the land and whatever. But, one man's Utah lady in the woods for 5 months is questionably mentally unstable. And the dude in Alaska years ago that went and lived in a bus and died out there, that guy has got books about him and movies and shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What was that fucking movie again?
Into the Wild?
Into the Wild. Oh, I hated that. That was another one that I really just did not like.
Novocaino says, FYI, people in Utah County are insane. That leads me to my question. There is a Utah County, Utah?
Well, and also, do you live in Utah County?
Right.
Yeah,
there's
that's
a Utah County, Utah. That's fucking weird.
Is there a Utah town in Utah County?
That is a little weird, I guess. I guess I never thought about it.
I'm trying to think of what other...
It's named for the Ute tribe.
Oh.
The Utes.
You know?
The two Utes.
Two Utes.
The two Utes.
Now, to put a bow on that, they didn't say this in the thing, but they said this in the article. Authorities emphasize that the woman did nothing against the law, and that the woman indicated she might choose to return. And they said they will make resources available to her if she does so. That I didn't understand. Like they're going to give her better camping gear. I don't know, but that's the thing. Like. I don't know what all the details are because they don't go into it because she's getting.
It sounds like she was almost dead from malnutrition.
She was thin but see, that's the thing. Like I believe what they say, like there's possible mental health issues, but then I thought about that Into the Wild guy, and there just wasn't anybody to check on him, and he wrote a journal, and there was like a book about it, and he's like, oh my God, he eschewed society and lived his own way and died his own way and all this stuff. Yeah, but there's not a whole breadth of difference between those two people. Like, I don't know what she's doing out there. Maybe she'll have a journal and, because that guy basically died nearly of malnutrition and then of eating like some bad berries. But when they found him, he was wildly unprepared to be out there. So it always annoyed me that he was kind of like, oh my God, he's like a hero. Like I think because he came from like a wealthy family and he's like, I don't need all that money. I'm going to go live in an abandoned bus in the middle of nowhere with, not enough clothes and food sources and go die out here. And then everyone celebrates me. And I was like, but whatever. I had someone I knew that was a point of contention with someone that I had dated at one point. Let's put it that way. Like, they were into that, and I read it, and I was just like, this is stupid. And that guy's an idiot. It didn't go over well. I don't remember all the details. I don't think he even had like any sort of firearm, and it was like in bear country. It was just crazy. Like, he just is like a complete idiot to me. Okay. Also, before I play the last thing I was going to play, apparently because coronavirus damages blood vessels, it could cause impotence. And it apparently, like, they're doing a study and finding that it does, in some cases, cause impotence. So, go get a vaccination, or don't. Your choice. Your call. You do what you want.
Stack that on top of your tiny pollution dick.
Just saying. You got pollution dick, little tiny wiener. Coronavirus lingers in penis and could cause impotence. And it's like a big ass actual study that
sounds terrible.
Just do whatever you want. Whatever you think is your choice.
Well, that explains a lot.
I've been hearing some, I don't know how much studies they have, but they're starting to see people who are getting other things like flu. People already gotten flu or other, I don't know, just common cold or whatever, sicknesses or whatever, and they're getting it worse that have had COVID already. Like symptoms of common stuff that would not be that bad, or I guess their body's reaction is worse than it would be otherwise.
Well, I'll say this and then I'll shut up about it because we're not doing any sort of COVID show, but there's a lot of people in a lot of places that are fucking standing in the rain trying to scratch and crawl their way to get a fucking COVID shot. And there's a lot of people here that are, I don't know. Maybe someday. I don't know if it's for me. So just, consider that you're lucky to even have a shot at it. Have a shot at it. Have a shot at it. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Also, there's another study that shows that they did this study on mice, pigs, and rats to try and show, which apparently they are having success with, that they can breathe. You can breathe out of your asshole.
I could have told you that.
Turtles do when they hibernate.
It's a real thing, and they're studying it partially due to COVID, because how COVID affects your lungs and how they're trying to get oxygen into your system. But if you've heard of fucking boofing things, like, if you really want that to affect you, like, don't swallow it, stick it up your butt. Like you hear,
we're gonna shove this tube up your butt.
It's basically that.
Pump some oxygen.
But they're like trying basically an oxygen rich enema or some sort of oxygen rich gas into the rectum, because you have tons of blood vessels there, and the idea is
just uptake the oxygen.
To uptake the oxygen the same way as your lungs would, except up your butt. And it's a big story this week. There's a lot of research. It's called enteral ventilation via anus, or EVA. So take a look at that. And that's not bullshit.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. But this
not
is
shit story. It's an ass story.
It's the next thing. It's the next biggest thing. It's important, and you should be happy that I brought it to your attention. Okay, I promise this one's not beehole, poop, nothing to do with anything. And it's not a guy eating raw chicken. It's not Buttfucker 3000. No
Before
big
you
problem.
move on quickly,
Mm-hmm.
I just had this weird image in my head that, like, an oxygen bar and people having tubes in their ass. Like, what flavor?
Why not?
What
put
flavor?
it in your nose or put it in your ass.
Well,
just...
this one goes in your ass. This one goes in your mouth. No, wait, this one goes in your mouth.
Oh.
God, what was the thing with, like, taste buds?
Soy sauce on your balls.
Soy sauce on your balls. Yeah. We tried
You
it.
guys did that.
Dawson woke up. Look at.
I didn't do that.
I tried it, and I think I got a little something. I still think I did.
When you did that, did you go like?
I definitely like paused for a minute, and I was like, you know what? I think because you don't know if it's placebo or you're whatever, but I was like, I think I'm getting something. Like, because it's some sort of saltiness.
You did like a blind test with somebody else there administering.
Yeah, that's what we would.
Is this?
I'm gonna put the soy sauce on your balls. You tell me what happens.
Well, you'd have to have a person there with you with a blindfold, and one is soy sauce, and another is, I wouldn't say water because you want to have the correct viscosity, but you'd need to have like a.
Can you tell viscosity with your ball?
I mean, depending on the viscosity, I think I could.
That's a different test.
Yeah, it's a different test. You need to fucking get rid of all the variables. You got to have the right viscosity, the right temperature. Like one can't be warmer than the other. Everything. Anyway, here's the last one I was gonna play. We just got Rob's thing, and but this is a guy in an empty parking lot, and that's key because there's you could see from when he's recording. There's no other cars. It looks like a completely empty lot. And apparently there was a guy that was behind him. And I don't know if there's any racial motivation here, but the guy recording is an African-American guy, and the guy that pulls up next to him is an old-ass white guy. But there isn't any, like, mention of anything racial, but you question why. Like, the guy pulled up behind him in an empty parking lot and was staring at him. And then after a minute, he pulls up next to him, and they have a conversation. And you question why that even occurs, because there was no reason for it, but who knows? But this is it.
Just what does he come pull behind my car for? He was just right here, but now he pulled behind my car.
Oh,
but
hold
now
on.
He want to pull off.
Also, the guy sounds to me like a pretty fucking dead ringer for Ice Cube. Like, I don't know what it is, but he sounds like Ice Cube.
But now he want to pull off. Don't pull off.
You got a problem? I'm talking to you.
Man, take your old ass on some motherfucking
Fuck you!
way. Fuck you. Die some motherfucking way, bitch.
Fuck you, bitch!
Go on some motherfucking way, you old ignorant ass.
Fuck you!
Take your ass on somewhere. I'm recording this.
You think I
bother me.
care?
What is you bothering me for?
You think I fucking care?
What is your problem? What is your problem?
What's your problem?
You pulling up on me. Old motherfucker. Now take your old
Fuck
ass
you,
on.
motherfucker!
Go ahead, man. Go ahead and enjoy your day while you got the rest of your day. Instead of being so fucking evil. Look at you. You despicable. You call yourself a fucking human? You
Fuck
call yourself a fucking human?
Why don't you kiss my fucking dick?
Get the fuck out of
Fuck
here, you old sick ass bitch.
Pretty
good. Wow.
Go fuck yourself.
I like the despicable. I haven't heard somebody called despicable.
What was the line? I didn't even catch that he said despicable in there.
You are despicable.
You're despicable.
But there is, it's not like the timbre of his voice, but it's like the accent and something else, like the cadence sounds like Ice Cube to me, I guess. There's something in there.
Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe
okay.
a little.
I listened to it maybe more than I should have today.
Well, it's those
Why
headphones.
don't you kiss my fucking dick?
That's my favorite
I don't
because
have those headphones.
That's right. These are the special headphones. That's my favorite because when someone says, "Why don't you kiss my?" You're just like ass 100 times out of 100, and when he ends with fucking dick, you're like, "Whoa!"
Why don't you kiss my fucking dick?
It's pretty great.
Good. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But just so you know, Andy, I did pull. Is Andy still awake? Because I did pull
Oh,
this.
yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Just in case we had a hype train.
Can you lead that train off the monitor?
Wait, what now?
Can you lead that train off the screen?
Oh my gosh.
Nobody knows what that is except for probably you and me, but
Thanks.
I got
There
it.
was a local news station. The weather lady was doing the weather, and it glitched, and it looked like the infinity screens behind her.
Mhm.
So she's walking around like, "Oh, look at me! I'm doing the train," and then herself was following herself in a train.
Yeah, it was like that weird glitch where it just repeats over and over. And so like she could walk by the screen and it looks like she's leading a conga line of herself like all the way across. And the guy's like, "Could you lead the train?" And Andy's like, "Hey, if we have a hype train, you should get this ready."
Yeah.
I was like,
Just
"Yeah,
stand by. Be ready for those hype trains."
yeah." So yeah. let's do a quick, the quicker, I think. phone
Oh
calls,
shit!
emails. Yeah.
I don't think we said this earlier. Stotan, thank you for the 1,500 bits.
Oh my God. No, I missed that.
When did that happen?
Damn, bro. Thank you, Stotan.
Watch your bros.
Oh, Sauce, did you say the old man sounds a little bit like Dappy?
He sounded too young to be Dappy.
I was waiting for me. Like,
there was bits and pieces in there.
I was waiting for me. Like, when did you, it's funny that guy recorded you because he's yelling at the old man thing the whole time. I thought. Okay, we'll do the quicker one.
Phone calls, emails. 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 Phone calls, emails.
I was reminded of Knight Rider when I hear that. Anyway, NT Arsenal says Andy's jokes.
Oh boy, this is only going to go one way.
And he says insert soundboard quote here.
And the show has reached a new low.
That's what he says.
Is jokes in quotes?
Andy's jokes is the title of the email.
Who's this from again?
NT Arsenal. Okay.
All right.
And he says, Turd Hat, save us from nutty conspiracy talk, please. LOL. Yeah. Just joking. ... But not really. ...
Dots, bro.
Yeah. No, I read all the dots. I don't know. There was 5, and then there was however many I read. A lot. But I'm happy because I like conspiracy theories, and then Andy takes the brunt of the negative.
He does.
On that. So
you call them conspiracy theories. I call them
conspiracy theories. I don't know. He's from the same place that Jesse Ventura is from, so it all makes sense.
Jesse the Body. I can't do Jesse Ventura. I love
Jesse the Mind, though.
Oh, that's right. Jesse the Mind Ventura.
I ain't got time to bleed.
I need to hear him, but I wish I could do a Jesse.
The title of his book.
I ain't got time to bleed. That's right. But I was thinking the same thing, Andy. Like when he was like, blah, 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 conspiracy theory. I'm like, It's only a conspiracy theory until it's not. Or some shit,
dude.
Like...
By the way, 60 Minutes is having a whole thing on UFOs on Sunday night. So.
No shit.
Yeah,
I am
big deal.
so there. I'm all in on that.
Set your DVRs.
You can laugh all you want. Media, I'm not saying 60 Minutes is the greatest ever or anything, but it's a lot more legitimate than normal UFO shit is presented on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What am I supposed? What more legitimacy do you want than 60 Minutes?
I mean, you can make your claims against 60 Minutes. That's fine, but
who are the anchors on 60 Minutes right now?
I don't fucking know. I'm not 100 years old.
I don't know either.
You're gonna watch it on Sunday. Let me know.
I will watch it.
Is it Barbara Walters?
She was.
It's not her anymore. Chris Hansen.
Dude,
take a seat.
Chris Hansen is
I'm Steve Croft.
Shamed himself.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Bob Simon.
He's Morley despicable.
Safer. I'm Dave Jones.
I'm Scott Kelly. Those stories and Andy Rooney tonight.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, one more time on that.
What the hell was that?
I'm Steve Croft.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Bob Simon.
I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Dave Jones. I'm Scott Kelly. Those stories and Andy Rooney tonight on 60 Minutes.
That's hell of old, I know, because Andy Rooney's dead. But there was some like random 60 Minutes opening clip on YouTube, and some guy just put himself in there like a fucking fat burp. It's pretty good. Let me see. Is this one? Just trying to get a more current one. This ain't gonna be funny. I probably won't play. was trying to see if I know any of these people. No, that's an old clip too. Never mind. The burp was where we should have stopped. On that.
60 minutes.
I think whatever her name Stahl is still there. Maybe.
Leslie Stahl, I recognize. Yeah.
Leslie Stahl.
Yeah. It depends, but there's occasionally some really good shit on there. By the way, this is not for nothing, but I watched the Kobe Bryant induction into the Hall of Fame tonight because I wanted to see Michael Jordan cry. And I got a little bit. But he didn't induct him, it was his wife. And it was fine. But Jordan, because he even made fun of the meme, the old meme of Jordan crying. Like when he had to go to the Kobe Bryant's funeral and do the eulogy, he was just like, man, I don't remember what he said, but it was something about like, dude, I'm going to be everywhere again. Like, cause I'm about to bust my shit up. He's about to cry. He knew it. But it was good. If you're a Kobe Bryant fan, basketball fan, it was, a nice ceremony to see him inducted. Let's see. Let me find this quick. Because 2 people sent me this story. One was NT Arsenal. And by the way, NT Arsenal is a good guy. I know he's fucking around with you, Andy, but,
He's on Dawson's shit list.
Part of that is on me because I played a big clip last week of like UFO shit or whatever, and we talked about it, and that was me bringing a lot of that to the table, so you can blame me. Except blame Andy instead. I like that.
Well, I have a microphone.
That's right. But
no, it's okay. I won't tell you them all. That's fine.
No, well, you can tell me. But
I will tell you, Finn.
Do you know how long I've struggled to not talk about a lot of that stuff? Like I've talked about before, like I want one of those things to be real before I die. But the UFO one, dude, I'm just telling you, it's heating up. He's on fire and shit. Because you tell me that's gonna be on 60 Minutes. That's crazy because that's big.
He's heating up.
Anyway.
Yeah. And there's a lot of senators that are like, it's time to take this serious because if we don't know what it is, there's technology we can't explain. We should probably figure out what that is. If we,
I'm just gonna enjoy if and when something actually happens and everyone's all like, Andy, like everyone's all, oh my god, Andy and I are just gonna be like looking at each other like nodding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we knew.
Yeah,
I knew.
Aliens, bro. Elon Musk. He's not from this planet.
Yeah, dude. If you think he's from this planet, take a closer look. Like, that's why I'm saying he had handlers to get him through that SNL. Like, how do I look human on Saturday Night Live? He's from another world. And he named his kid like a series of fucking, I don't know what that is. Like a series of weird symbols, or it's an math equation. It might be the speed of light. Like how to get to the speed of light for all I know. What's his kid's name again?
Archangel.
Blop, blorp.
12 or something like that.
It's really weird. Anyway, real quick.
We strive to be your one trusted news source for all sword-related news and views from around the world. Compelling, relevant, important. These are all words I just said. Welcome to This Week in Sword News.
I got this from 2 different people, so it's very important, and we should discuss it briefly. But NT Arsenal and MAF, who I haven't heard from for a minute, and this occurred in the UK. MAF, M-A-F-F, says, "Hey all, well this week a UK," and then he puts in parentheses, "that's in England sauce." Edition of Sword News. I don't think it was. Yeah, he called you out. I don't think it's in London, but
hello, I'm from London, England.
I'm throwing that in there. But he came at you a little bit. He says 2 guys at it with machetes. I guess apparently one was a knife described as a zombie knife. Whatever he says, whatever the fluff that is. And he says, bloody idiots, if you ask me. How was that? Not good? Bloody idiots. But he says...
Wait, where'd Finn go?
Hello. He says, I'd love to make a live show, but a 3 a.m. start over here means I say goodbye to any sleep, and I have 3 kids. 2 are teenagers, and 1 is a 2-year-old. Oh, wow, you got an interesting pack there, bro. At least the teenagers can kind of look after the 2-year-old, I would think. Anyway.
It's gonna be me, bro.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Are you, what are you telling me?
Oh, well, another kid on the way, but...
Okay, well, I'm just making sure you want to say that because I wasn't going to say it, and congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a couple months away. But yeah, by the time that one's 2, I'll have at least 1 teenager and 1 that's on the cusp of being a teenager. So
I was told privately, and I wasn't going to...
gaggles.
And you told me that you weren't going to say anything yet, but then you just kind of spilled the beans.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. It's fine. No, I just was trying to respect your privacy.
I appreciate that. But yeah, 4 girls say a prayer for me.
You know for sure that this one's a girl as well?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you poor bastard.
All girls.
I wasn't sure you knew. I know you said like, oh man, I'm never going to have a boy, but I wasn't sure if that meant like, I know this is a girl, but no, bro, you're...
No, it's a girl, and I got voluntold that I was gonna get the snip. So
welcome to the club.
That's fantastic. I mean, not whatever. It is whatever, but it's fantastic you're having a kid, and I 4 kids is, you're good.
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but there's big gaps and, a couple of moms. So, got all the help.
Yeah.
And teenager, like having a teenager when you have a new kid is, I think, a good thing because
built-in babysitter.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Uh-huh. I almost said bitch at the end of that. And then, I thought that was going to be weird. So I didn't, but then I just said that I was thinking about saying it. So now this is weird.
Yeah.
What about the sword news?
Well,
I bring you the pain and anguish of 1,000 nightmares rolled into one.
Vasectomy.
I don't get a lot of
sword news, kind of.
I don't get a lot of chance to play that, so I just figured I would throw it in there since you brought up. I like how you were voluntold. It's like, I am not doing this again. You're getting fixed. But look who's been busy during the fucking lockdown pandemic shit. This guy right here. Just getting it done.
Yeah, dude. Pandemic babies.
That's right. I wonder what the bloom of babies is going to be like. Because there's going to be one. Like a big ass.
Yeah. I think both, because I think they were down during.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're down right now like 4%.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, you probably don't want to have...
People don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah, like birth a baby.
And have...
But you're making a baby to be birthed after, yeah. Anyway, this sword news is weird because, okay, so it's 2 guys with machetes. I guess they call one a zombie knife, but I'm just playing you the audio of these 2 guys literally having a sword fight and someone... I just realized what I'm saying, but they're fighting with machetes. When I say like 2 guys having a sword fight, it doesn't sound good, but
sounds like Boston.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Swords.
But
nobody they came in here with swords. I was like, with swords. So it kind of threw us for a loop because nobody never really got robbed with swords.
But this is the sound of like clanking, they're actually doing it. And one guy's like got no shirt on. And I will tell you, no one dies. There was pictures like of one of the guys that went to the hospital and he had some lacerations and stuff, which weren't pretty. But, just so you know, you're not listening to like a faces of death moment where like, oh yeah, no, he's dead. Like nobody died. So, but it is, you don't hear like a real sword fight very often. Except in Boston.
Get on the way to remote with Joe. Get on the remote.
find it now, boy. You find it now.
Joe!
And that's it. I know there's not a lot there, but it's real sword on sword action.
Dude, I hear my legs. I heard them hit.
Yeah, no, they're clanking them. And early on, when you hear, I can't tell what he says. It's like within the first 15 seconds, I'll just play it. But when you hear the guy say, you're such and such now, like you're something, something now, he actually disarmed the other guy, knocked his machete out of his hand and started coming after him. And the guy had to like kind of run and grab his shit really quick where he says like, you're something now, like, right. Right. That sound right there. Did you hear that like kind of extended clanker? Yeah. He knocked the sword out of the other guy's hand, the machete or whatever it was.
You find it now, boy. You find it now.
And when he's like, you something now, he's like, I'm gonna get.
Says you're running.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay, I was trying to make that out. I couldn't quite catch that, but that that's like the best part of the whole thing because it's like, oh no, like you're fucked now, and it's almost out of a movie where it's like the one guy disarms the other guy.
You find it now, boy. You find it now. You find it now, boy. You find it now.
It's such a satisfying sound to hear in real life, but obviously
it does that metal sounds like a Foley artist,
right? And now you know in a weird way that it actually kind of sounds like what you think it sounds like in the movies. Like it sort of is there.
Yeah.
Like when you hear a guy get disarmed, I was like, well, I wonder what that really sounds like. Well, that's what it sounds like. You just heard it. I think what we'll do is play Sauce's outro and then do Rob's movie review as in the after show in a minute. As we've been doing past couple weeks, because I don't know why I just like it. Oh, you want that? I have a link for you. Yeah, I'll put it in there. Sure. Go ahead, Essa.
Nothing. I would. No.
Let me. I want to put this link in. So there is video of it. So if you do want to see, what this looks like, it is here. Okay, here it is. So you can watch. And it's, if you want to Google it later, it's thesun.com or the-sun.com, but if you search 2 men machetes brawl Lancashire, Lancashire. Did I say that right? That's what you want to look for and you'll find it. That's so many fucking windows open. Where's the chat room now? It's like fucking Starship Enterprise over here. Here you go, Novacano. That's what you're after. If you guys want to see. Okay, now the fun begins where I've got to, since everything's busted on the soundboard, I got to find the outro with, this might be a problem. Because every single bit we did, I've named it outro.
You want the business.
It's not named the bit. Maybe it is. Is it named the business? I don't think.
I think I named it Vent Chat Business.
Oh,
I named it.
Okay. Well, you know what I could do is just pull it off of
everything.
Well, I'm looking on everything, and I'm looking at business, and I don't see it. See, this is what I find when I look for business.
I really could care less what people think about me. Mind your own business.
That's what I'm finding. Real quick. I'm just gonna do it from this way. See, I don't see it. What did you really name it?
I named it Vent Chat Business number 1 and Vent Chat Business number 2.
How did you spell business? I can email it to you. Maybe spell me business.
Bro.
Oh, new business? New business. I got it.
You own your own business.
I know.
You changed the name?
No, I didn't. I don't know why it didn't pull it. But which one do I play again? Because Sauce is here and he's number one. So I play number one. All
number one douche.
Thanks for tuning in to Vent Chat. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you'll find us all on Twitter. Finn is at VentChat. Esta is at VentChat_Esta. Sauce will be
Overdose of Sauce.
Dawson will be at Andy_Dawson. And I will be at X Not Malcolm. Turdhat's still around, and he may be at Turdhat2. Send us some actual mail at P.O. Box 6654, Concord, California 94520. And send any emails that you have to ventchat@gmail.com or call us on Skype at 925-246-2428. That's 925-246-CHAT, as in Vent Chat. Chat with us. We'll see you next time.
You know what was weird is whatever, I don't know why everything didn't find it, but it didn't. And then when I downloaded it again, it found, like it pulled it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I searched for business and it wasn't there. And then when I downloaded it, it's like now I have business number 1 and business number 2, which sounds like what my dog does outside. But it's parentheses 3. Clearly I've downloaded it 3 times and it didn't find it until I downloaded it again. So I don't know what to tell you about that. But it's the first time I'm going to tell everything.
Why don't you kiss my fucking dick?
Everything, more like some things.
I know. More like...
Am I right?
When you want to find a thing.
No.
No? Well, fuck everybody.
Buttfucker 3000.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sauce's song is by Cartel. And it's called By Your Side. This is weird. Maybe the album's Cartel? By Your Side by Malls... Malls and Darian Allen. Yeah, just it's by Jamendo. Jamendo made this song. Rob's
Jamendo picked it.
Jamendo, yeah. Jamendo hit him.
If you like it, go fucking
Well,
find
I mean, I listened to the first maybe 20 seconds and something in my head said, you know what?
Yeah,
we don't get enough female voices. It's always like a dude. So there's a little bit of a female on this one.
Okay.
Not only.
I like
combo.
that. But if you don't like it, then send your emails to Jamendo at Jamendo.com.
Jamendo Complaint Center.
Jamendo Complaint Center at Jamendo.org. .biz. Anyway, we'll catch you on the flip side of this. Rob reviewed Bad Batch, which I watched this week, when we'll have that after this song. And we'll catch you on the flip side. We are out.
Why you tripping, flipping out like I'm a chauvinist pig, hoping that this could turn to what was never meant to be. I've been honest from the jump, you were chasing misery, living a lie. Should've picked a different guy. Heart emojis turned to tears in a blink of an eye. Said it was cool, we only in it for the fun of it. Rough sex, cuddling, nothing in public. Must have been extra rounds, make you wanna settle down. Used to bounce when we were done, now you wanna stick around. I get it, the dudes you used to don't move the way the moms do. Now you're stressing me, begging for me to call you. No, baby, I ain't gonna be able to do it. If I knew you catch feelings, I'd never pursued it. But you let the pipe game put you under influence, and you lost the real one, baby girl, you blew it.
Told you from day one you might be with
It ain't a queen named Queens that I ain't hit. Get played like Jock Way, so other mate don't trip. You don't do gymnastics, so please don't flip. Relationships are overrated, titles make them complicated. So I refuse to be obligated. I can't relate if I'm not dedicated. Fatal attractions will only leave you devastated. That's why I hesitated. Cause I knew these back shots of how your feelings elevated. Now you all in love and you hella hate it. Vibes became jaded, reason I skated. Cause I'm not in the X games. Can't play checkers with a chess game. Chip off the old block if you knew my pops. Then there's no need to explain.
Two things.
I love it so much.
This is why you listen to longer.
Gift.
Just a couple of quick
Dude, that's in the first 10 seconds of the song.
I did not hear that. I don't have that good headset.
One thing before I forget and remind me is that someone had emailed about WoW and I forgot to read it, and so I want to make sure to get to that as well. But second of all, Jamendo.com.
Oh god.
Jamendo.com.
You know.
Jamendo.com.
Yellow.
Show title not Jamendo with the period.com, but Jamendo space DOT space COM, because then I can put it in if I do want to use that as
I know I should have went with my other one.
It won't hyperlink everywhere.
Jamendo.com.
Jamendo.com.
The other song was called My Lazy Friend.
Jamendo.com.
Search lazy.
Jamendo.com.
What a how apropos that one was. I know a guy like that.
Yeah.
No, dude, I was thinking because you said that's how long it's been since I found a song. Like I would be, because I bet you listened to it and it wasn't watermarked when you listened, and then when you downloaded it, it's got watermarks. Because I wonder if that's like an option that the creator can do. So like maybe you can play their work, but if you actually download it, they're like, "Hey, I want you to buy this from my site."
I swear.
What was the name?
I would have heard that. But...
Jamendo.com.
What's the name of the?
Okay, let me find it again. It is. Where was it? I just grabbed it right from email. It is Cartel. By Your Side by MALLZ Malls. And Darren Deron DERON ALEK. No name is spelled like you would think it would be. Like Darren is DERON and Alec is ALEK. Anyway. Jamendo.com.
Jamendo.com.
But anyway, that was funny. I mean, that, like, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought you did that on purpose. Cause you're like, well, there's like a woman's voice in there. And then I was like, well, there is, but then there's this other one. But sometimes it hit just right. Like, it felt like it was almost a drop, but it probably one out of every 3 or 4 times I was like, and they hit it like almost right on the beat. So I wonder, Novikena says, this song is decent. Jamendo.com. I wonder if people are gonna, like, when they listen, if someone's in their car or whatever, what the reaction is. Cause there was nobody broke. Like when they started hearing it, we were typing in the chat room, but nobody was like Chuck, So we'll see. I'll be curious. I enjoy your emails. If you want to send me an email regarding
it is not on it when you stream it.
I was thinking that was the case.
Apologies, Sauce.
I feel a little bit better about it. That's not on you.
You're fine. No, it's not.
Song quality after that, then that is.
It wasn't that like if you can get rid of the Jamendo.com, like the rest of it, like Andy said, he felt like he was watching a '90s movie or something. Like I could see that, like the closing credits of some
Fast and Furious.
I don't know. When did they? This feel like it started 100 years ago. What year was the
2001.
first?
That'd be in the 2000s.
2001.
2001.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So 20 years ago.
Yep.
How
20th
old-
anniversary.
How old is what's his butt? God, why am I want to say
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. I was
Vin
thinking
Diesel?
Ving Rhames. I'm like, that's not right.
50, 53, 54.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
Rams-
crazy.
Oh, he's still up. The other guy's dead.
Yeah. I know who you're talking. Real quick, this is from Zantastic. And it's regarding WoW and Burning Crusade, which is coming around the corner. Hey there, friends. Long time no speak. I'm still working from home, and they're giving away, in parentheses, repurposing our IT department's desk at the office. So hopefully this work from home will be a more permanent thing. Wife and kids are good. Everyone is healthy on my end, and I had my second dose of the Pfizer vaccine last month. Who had Pfizer? Who's the Pfizer crowd?
Me.
Not me.
Anybody Moderna?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moderna,
No.
so.
Dawson was Pfizer, too.
Yeah, I was
don't know
I'm
why he didn't
Pfizer.
say anything.
Okay.
I was muted. Apparently, I was muted. I went to go to the bathroom during the outro song, and you guys didn't hear me. I was like, I was talking about the whole like Jamendo.com thing. Like, I went to step away to go pee, and I was laughing in the bathroom hearing Jamendo.com. So I was like, no, I'm not that. I guess NT Arsenal, I'm not that funny. You're right.
We moved on from that. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm unmuted, and I gotta catch up now.
I knew when
gotta catch up.
I read that, I'm like, Andy's gonna hold on to that with both arms, and he's gonna process that. He won't like that. But like I said, cushion blow, because I feel like he could have directed that at me as well.
Queso.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so Zantastic says, I heard they're doing Classic Burning Crusade quite a while back. I think it was a BlizzCon announcement or something of that nature. So I logged on for a month in March-ish to finish off leveling my two characters, Warlock and Druid, and their professions and advanced riding skills, etc. Says I got all that done. Fast forward a few months, and I got an email the other day saying Burning Crusade will open up June 1st. Hopefully there is still interest, and I will see you there. I'm a little behind listening to the show, but I'm catching up. I listened to the Eggnog show today while working. Anyways, that is a quick update from me. I hope that you and your loved ones are doing well. XOXOXOXOXOXO, comma, Zantastic. And he says, P.S. If you hear of any Warlock guildies needing to do the Epic Mount quest in Dire Mall, drop me an email. I will resubscribe early and help them out. I have the components, and it will save them 500 gold or so. And I will tell you that I have a Warlock that is not 60, but whenever he does need it, that would be awesome. But I know I don't have the money for whatever it is either, because he's most of my guys are broke as jokes. But that is true. Like for Warlock characters, there's a bunch of shit you need, and it costs money. And once one person has it, I think other Warlocks can like help them and not have to purchase it, and it makes it cheaper. So I may take you up on that someday, but probably not soon. I think I'm 50. My guy's 54-ish, maybe 55. I don't know, somewhere right around there. So he's got a little ways. I don't know if I'll make it before the thing goes on. But anyway, that's coming up. Brent doesn't care. But I've been playing a bit. I didn't catch him online, but I think I just missed Constancio D earlier this week when I jumped on, and I believe it was Waddles that I saw the other night and talked to him for a while. So and I thought I saw you, Meech. I think you have a druid, right? But I think I was on for a minute when you were on, and you might have missed me, but I think I messaged you for a quick second. But anyway, I saw you on there. So there's people bouncing around. And we have a bunch of people with level 60s that are just kind of camped out waiting for, something to go down. So that'll be fun when that pops off. And then if anybody wants to start a Alliance Shaman or Horde Paladin. What is that? That opens up the 18th?
Or just want to be a goat person.
Or just want to be a Draenei or Horde Blood Elf. Yeah. That's the 18th?
That should be the 18th, I believe.
Oh, and I did pop in for a hot minute last night, like not very long, and the auction house was closed down. And I don't know how long that's going to stay. I think that's going to stay for a few days.
The 18th.
That's till the 18th? Okay. So the auction house is closed from now until the 18th, which is weird.
Yeah, a lot of them are there. I was messing with it and got mad.
Yeah, I went there just to do like a scan to see like, what's popping, like what people are selling, and it was like auction house is closed. And I was like, So I don't know. Is there anything else I need to say about that, Esta or Sauce or anybody? Andy?
I don't know.
No, I mean I have my subscription that I paid for like 3 months for, but I haven't. I've logged in for like 12 minutes, so I should probably should fire back up some point. But
Turdat's still guild leader, and there's a DM thread of like a guild sort of DM thread that is fairly active, and people are chatting around in there. And I believe he plans on playing and all that shit. So I would imagine when the time comes, because I already have my Druid 60, and I'm kind of jealous because this motherfucker's got epic riding on both his guys, and I don't have it on anybody. Do you, Esta, by the way?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's a pretty penny, especially on 2 guys. I'm not an auction house baron. Like, I can't make any money in the auction house or in the stock market. I mean, other than like maybe safe bets. But like, if I buy GameStop, that shit tanks. And I'm sitting on a little bit of GameStop. AMC, Brent, got up high enough where I debated on selling it because I was going to break even the other day, but I held on to what
I'm at break even right now.
Okay, because I'm a little worse off than you are. I bought it a little higher, and I saw it like to the point where I think on all of my shit combined, which isn't even that much, I think I would have made like 6 cents, and I almost bashed the sell button. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Lie. I thought about it too, but
right?
Diamond hands, bitch.
Yeah, I got diamond hands. My Dogecoin I'm holding on strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold Doge and everything for a while.
I actually even bought a little more on the big dip this week on that.
Seems smart. I feel like they're gonna keep pushing it to rise.
Not a lot, but like when it got down in the 40s, low 40s, I bought a little bit more, and then I'm holding on to it. So, well, we'll see. Novacana says, when you guys talk about WoW, it makes me want to jump back in, but then I buy crypto coin instead. It's so odd that you say that after we just had that.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Very, yeah.
Whatever runs for you.
However you need to process that, you do whatever you need to do.
Very different things, but
yeah, that's what was so odd because I didn't look at his comment, and I feel like he wrote it before I started mentioning